Friday, partly to mostly cloudy skies and 52. This is 97.1 FM Talk. Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
Hey, it's Annie, and I'm going to talk to you about Stewie at Stewart's American Mortgage and how the bagel loan is just a phone call or a text away. When you were thinking about refinancing the mortgage that you got maybe within the last year or so, you got to understand right now that when you hear those news stories about mortgage rates coming down, that this is a perfect application of how the bagel loan that you can only get at Stewart's American Mortgage with Stewie. This is a smart move. You call 314-324-4440 and say, I'm interested in a bagel loan refinance. How can you help me? When you do this, you can refinance your mortgage and you pay no closing costs. So a lot of times it's punitive to go and get that refi done because it's going to cost you upfront costs of, such and such. And it takes too long for you to make up the money you got to spend on the refinance in order for it to pay off. Not the case with the bagel loan and Stewie. Trust me on this. Give them a call, get that lower rate, and save on interest and pay nothing in closing costs. 314-324-4440. Google the bagel loan. NMLS number 226715.
Mark Cox here. I've got an idea. Let's all go to Italy next spring. I'm going to the Amalfi Coast next spring with my friends of conservativetours.com, and you can go along as well. We'll cover Rome, the Amalfi Coast, Puglia, the Isle of Capri, the Abbey of Monte Cassino. It may be one of Italy's best kept secrets. I've been to the Amalfi Coast before. It is without a doubt one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen. While you're there, you can take a high-speed jet foil over to the Isle of Capri, which is a site that everyone needs to see. Positano is absolutely beautiful. Sorrento is just gorgeous. You'll get to visit the ruins of Pompeii as one of your side trips if you go on this trip. It's $53.67 a person. That includes your airfare from St. Louis. Call them toll free at 888-733-9494. It's 888-733-9494 or conservativetours.com.
Men suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, frustrated taking pills that don't work. Here's a message from Paramount Men's Medical Center.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Paramount Men's Medical Center offers breakthrough treatments with men lasting longer than ever without pain or surgery.
Call now. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results right in the office. Call Paramount Men's Medical Center now. 314-720-8081. That's 314-720-8081.
This holiday season, give them a Stihl. Save $30 on the GTA 26 battery-powered garden pruner. Go to stihlusa.com/gift guide. Now $149.99 was $179.99 MSRP. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertisements.
The vote is in. STL Today has certified the result. Onderlaw has been voted 2023's best law firm in St. Louis.
When you're injured, call Onder Law at 314 or 618-9000000.
This hour of the Annie Frey Show is brought to you by Ruler Foods. Low prices, no coupons. Ruler Foods.
That is exactly what I needed to hear.
Thank God someone here knows what they're talking about.
That's us. That's right. Gotta love this American ride.
Right, you need to take the time and get the full picture.
Come on, turn the radio on. It's Saturday and I won't be long.
Don't get me wrong, I love the ladies. I mean, they rev my engine, but they don't belong in the newsroom. It is Anchor Man, not Anchor Lady.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
Goodness sake, kid. Keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Frey Show.
Welcome to the Annie Frey Show live broadcasting in St. Charles, Missouri at Ruler Foods. We are excited to be here and we can't wait to meet you because there's been a lot of people who have come through so far that have handed us some cash to go shopping with in a little bit. There are people who are starting to fill up our bin. There's a bin right outside of the checkout area where food is being placed, and we need your help today. So we're asking you wholeheartedly to please help us support the St. Louis Area Food Bank in partnership with Ruler Foods on West Clay Street in St. Charles. The envelope of money that I have, I made a decision and I handed it to Ryan Wiggins. I don't know if that was the right decision.
Well, thus far, you're fine.
So far.
But
show me the envelope.
Yeah, I mean, it's noon.
Show me where I need to see it with my eyeballs.
Okay, it's right
there.
Here.
It is. All right.
I haven't done anything with it yet.
Ruler Foods gave us $1,000 to start the process of your 2 o'clock supermarket sweep, which I think when you did this last year, you said that might have been one of the greatest moments of your life. It was like a bucket list thing.
Yeah, I was just going to say, because you always dreamed, as everybody in America has, of watching Supermarket Sweep and saying, ooh, what would I go for? I think I'd go for the big turkey or whatever. And I can't.
Kind of depends on the goal.
I can't. Yeah, with the food bank, I can't do perishable items. So I was able to get a lot of non-perishables. And I'm already eyeing up the peanut butter this year because I think that's where I'll start.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know exactly. I haven't done my scouting run yet, which will happen sometime within the next hour.
Perfect. Well, we are broadcasting live in, was this the foyer? It's kind of a fancy way to describe it.
I think in America we say foyer.
Foyer?
But, you can do whatever you want.
It's feeling less and less like America these days. Are we still broadcasting outside?
I sure hope so.
Hi. we're getting eyed up by a cute little girl over here who's like, what are you doing? We've got the whole day that we're going to be here, and we're streaming live as well on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Rumble, Twitch. Is that all the places? On your TV apps, if you have those, you can watch us there and cheer us along as we cheer you along as you come help your neighbors in need. A reminder that all the food that you bring to us today actually stays in the neighborhood. It's going to stay in Missouri or the areas that the St. Louis Area Food Bank serves, and I think the Southeast Missouri Food Bank serves. So come be a part of it. And if you want to just stop by, you don't have time to go shop at Ruler Foods, you can run in the foyer.
Thank you.
Because if we're talking about you, it's going to be foyer.
Yeah.
If it's me, it's going to be foyer.
I mean,
like foyer, Y-A-Y. And if you want to drop off a $5 bill, Ryan will add that to his 2 o'clock supermarket sweep, so to speak, at the Ruler Foods in St. Charles. And we will get the goods and we will help fill these boxes. I want to have a storage problem by the end of the show. I want to be saying, what do we do? What are we supposed to do with all of this? And I need your help in it. So please come out to the Ruler Foods in St. Charles to help us do that. Somebody who's not having a great day, but it probably depends on who you talk to. Hunter Biden opted out of a subpoena. Always a bold choice to say, nope.
Well, you know what's really bold about it is that he still showed up right outside of it.
But I don't know if you heard this report, he showed up on the Senate side of the Capitol, not on the House side of the Capitol. He's like, let's just take this turn and go this direction. And he went out there and he said, I'm happy to speak in front of these House Republicans who are trying to ruin my father's presidency. He previously said that these expletives are trying to kill me. And if the cocaine and blow won't do it, then maybe the House Republicans. That's what he really fears. It's amazing. I have a different set of standards and principles on the concerns that I have about my health. But we have an instance today where Hunter Biden went in front of the Capitol and had a press conference and decided, I'm just gonna talk to the people and avoid the House subpoena.
He's a man of the people. I think that he is maybe being unjustly persecuted here. In his words, I'd have to almost agree with him here. These are just attacks on his character. He has
taxes.
No, these are attacks on his character.
He doesn't know what taxes are.
No, he does. He has no idea what taxes are, and that's part of the conversation too. But for today, we're more talking about Hunter Biden's character, and I think that is under attack, and I don't think it's very fair.
Go on. Hey, when he says stupid things like that, turn it up outside. Rewind the tape. Everybody.
I just listened to the clips of him talking from this morning in the little press conference he did. It was remarkable how bold you have to be to stand there and go, this cannot stand. I am a man of deep integrity, and the Republicans have absolutely smeared me. It's almost to the point that I don't really think you'd have to be a part of a political party to listen to the comments and be like, okay, that's kind of funny.
He does have this, the approach from President Biden. Well, I should say more so his people is to talk about how loving of a father he is. It is a relatable thing. I don't really doubt the fact that he's a loving father. I'm not here to question how loving he is as a father, but that was never a concern when the political parties were reversed and they were going after the Trump family or anybody who was ever within 5 feet of somebody who was in the Trump family to try to destroy them. It didn't matter what kind of father or husband or wife or mother or child that they were. At that point, it was politics. At that point, we're going for the throat. And they did it multiple times, and they were successful in many ways. Hunter Biden's comments today, he illustrates that his father was not financially involved in his business. And he actually puts the word in there that says, my father was not financially involved in my business. And people are saying that there's a reason why he added financially. It's like a specific choice of words.
Yeah, everything he said did seem like it was very specific today. And some of it is just kind of ridiculous, but it's nothing you can really hold him to legally. And that's the idea. I mean, that's the whole purpose of going out there, making these public statements that people will replay. And it's so salacious that I think these are, Kilmeade was saying this earlier today, I think when it was happening live, he said, this is something that now Hunter Biden, the White House has to hate this because now it's not just Fox News talking about this story. Hunter Biden has drawn all the attention of the nation to himself in this press conference. And now the Jake Tappers of the world are going to have to talk about it. MSNBC is probably going to have to do their spin on it at least. But the focus is off of House Republicans and back onto Hunter Biden.
So Fox News report says Hunter Biden arrived on Capitol Hill Wednesday not to comply with the subpoena and be deposed at the House Oversight Committee, but to hold a press conference. That's just amazing. Yeah. And again, offer to testify publicly as if this is somehow a negotiation. Like you can show up where you're supposed to report for your subpoena, your deposition, because this is how things go. The Republican House Oversight Committee has said, we will do your public testimony. We understand that's important to you. We would like to welcome you to do that. But first, we're going to depose you, which is what happens the majority of the time anyway. Hunter Biden maintained that his father, President Biden, quote, was not financially involved in his business and saying there is, quote, no evidence because it did not happen. Hunter Biden offered to testify publicly. His offer to testify publicly is a de facto rejection of the GOP demand that he appear Wednesday for the closed door deposition he was subpoenaed for. So his play is he's got to overemphasize the politics behind this. He can't play into the legalities of it. He's in a heap of trouble in California. The gun charges, is that in Connecticut? Where's that? I can't remember which one.
I think that,
but it's on the East Coast.
Is it all? Oh, is it okay? Okay, I was thinking that was all California.
Well, maybe I misunderstood. But
no,
he's the idea that he is actually in legal trouble is a real concern, and any loving father would understand that. It will be interesting to see later on in the day what Karine Jean-Pierre has to say at the White House. They're going to opt out of answering any of those questions for certain. You can bet your bottom dollar on that. But they are certainly going to find themselves repetitively being faced with questions about their reaction to what Hunter Biden did. I expect Karine Jean-Pierre to say that Joe Biden loves his son as any father would love his son. And that's the only statement that we have from this podium. More on the Fox News report. Hunter Biden added that, quote, my father was not financially involved in my business, saying he was not involved in his dealings with Ukrainian natural gas firm Burisma Holdings or his Chinese investments and others in the U.S. The previous take of the Biden family, but specifically Hunter Biden and Joe Biden, has been, I had nothing to do with it. I don't even know what he's up to. I don't even know what he's doing, which would be ironic because he was going to China on Air Force Two, and these deals were happening right then. He's sending emails. Maybe my favorite Babylon Bee headline of all time that talks about where Hunter Biden is talking to, I think, the Chinese firm saying, I'm sitting next to my father right now, and you need to send this money right now. And then the money gets sent. And then the Babylon Bee says that he was talking about his heavenly father and he has found a spiritual awakening of some kind.
That's right.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm buying that. But it really does seem like if you throw out there any possible tangent that takes people's eye off the ball on the left, the people who are invested in the outcome where the Bidens are okay will run with it for as long as they can. They don't need it to be the answer to their problem. They don't need it to be an actual effective solution. They need it to buy them time until the next one, the next distraction comes in. Let's play cut number 1 or 2. I don't know what the difference is between them, but let's listen to Hunter Biden talking about from the Capitol today about his father. Go ahead and let's hit that sound.
Let me state as clearly as I can. My father was not financially involved in my business, not as a practicing lawyer, not as a board member of Burisma, not in my partnership with a Chinese private businessman, not in my investments at home nor abroad, and certainly not as an artist.
Oh, I haven't heard that one yet.
Yeah, certainly not as an artist. And we all know from his tax returns what he wrote off as art donations. Oh, man. He's bold.
It's amazing.
You can't be, you have to be incredibly secure in your safety net to act like Hunter Biden, or not sober.
Well, yeah, it's funny. I took a step back from this whole thing today and was just thinking about how long it's taken for all this to play out. And you mentioned the Air Force Two thing. I mean, the family was involved. I mean, it's the Biden family. It's the Biden brand. They referred to it as that. And it would have been fine if these meddling kids, if they hadn't have dropped off the laptop, we wouldn't have known about any of this stuff.
Yeah. I mean, the possibility that you could have learned about a lot of this stuff before you voted in 2020 was something that I think 20% of Biden voters said would have affected their vote. That doesn't mean that they're going to be like, gosh, Joe Biden's not my guy, I'm going to go vote for Donald Trump. But it does mean if they're saying it would affect their vote, if they don't show up to actually cast that vote for Joe Biden, maybe they vote down ticket, it will make a difference. Ethan, let's listen to that last clip that we have, cut 3 from Hunter Biden this morning, where we get back into that love of a father. Go ahead and let's fire off cut number 3.
There is no fairness or decency in what these Republicans are doing. They have lied over and over about every aspect of my personal and professional life. So much so that their lies have become the false facts believed by too many people. No matter how many times it is debunked, they continue to insist that my father's support of Ukraine against Russia is the result of a non-existent bribe. They displayed naked photos of me during an oversight hearing. And they have taken the light of my dad's love, for me, and presented it as darkness. They have no shame.
Oh my gosh.
They have no shame.
They have no shame.
That's the problem.
Brad, did you hear what she just said about you?
Yes, I'll take it.
You were beautiful. People coming in right now to Ruler Foods. I think my face turned around. I'm sorry. I don't know if you can hear that on the air, but we are broadcasting from the West St. Charles Ruler Foods, and we are hoping to meet you. More people like that last lady.
Yeah, yes. Where she said
a huge fan of Brad's.
Yeah, that you're so beautiful. And we just assumed that they were talking to Brad.
They always are.
Yeah.
You know how it goes.
She said she. I don't know how I feel about that.
Just forget about that part and run with it.
I mean, I'll just roll with the compliment, I guess.
Let's take a quick break here. When we come back, more updates for you on the news of the day, but we're also going to lighten it up a little bit, broadcasting live from the West St. Charles Ruler Foods. Will you come see us at 2:00? Ryan Wiggins is going to take your cash donations. If you want to just drop by and contribute to his supermarket sweep, we're going to video that live at 2:00. You're going to want to see that, of course. And everything that you can contribute to us is going to stay local here in St. Louis, in the southeast Missouri part of the state as well. We did so well last year. We're hoping that we can match that again this year. So join us at the West Clay Street, St. Charles Ruler Foods. A quick break, and we'll be back with more. Don't go away.
Sometimes she'll wait till I'm asleep, and she'll take the ones that I didn't eat and put those little sprinkles.
Interact with Annie on Facebook. The Annie Frey Show.
I sure do like those Christmas cookies, sugar.
As we near the end of this year, if you're looking for a new senior living community, check out Hampton Manor of Wentzville. Mark Cox here. This beautiful, brand new senior living community is located just a half mile north of the Lake St. Louis exit at Highway 70. It's a single-story community built by someone who has built resort-style living without the resort-style price. Take your visit right now. Tell them you heard Mark Cox talking about it. Go online to WentzvilleAssistedLiving.com.
Every Christmas season, families make this their #1 holiday tradition. Trans-Siberian Orchestra, live in concert. 2 shows. December 17th, Enterprise Center. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com. A once-in-a-lifetime concert experience with electrifying music and visual effects. Don't miss Trans-Siberian Orchestra, the Ghosts of Christmas Eve. A portion of the proceeds benefit Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital.
While no child should have to spend the holidays in the hospital, there are many at SSM Health Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital who will not be able to experience the joy of opening gifts around their tree. Please join 97.1 FM Talk and give the gift of hope and healing to Cardinal Glennon kids and support the Tree of Hope year-end giving campaign. Your gift ensures these brave patients can continue to receive the critical care they need during these challenging times. Thank you for giving at treeofhope.org.
Well, there's a very good chance as you've driven down your street, you have admired houses in your neighborhood that have been covered in Rhino Shield, and you don't even know it. Except if you pay close attention, you'll notice that they're not being repainted every couple of years. What I mean is same bright, vivid colors that you would choose with regular paint, except that Rhino Shield lasts, and you're going to get a 25-year warranty with it. I've got it on my house, and I mean it. It looks like it did the day they put it on. It lasts and lasts. It's lab tested to last that long against chipping or peeling or cracking. And they put this on businesses as well. Condo units from Springfield, Illinois, all the way down to the Lake of the Ozarks. You can find it. And my friend Darren will be happy to come over and give you a free evaluation of your home. All you have to do is call him. Tell him you heard Mark Cox talking about it. 877-25-RHINO or online at 877-25rhino.com.
Pajamagram's famous naturally nude pajamas are back. A very luxurious Christmas gift for her, one that'll make you a holiday hero. This year, Pajamagram has upped the ante. How about a free Barely There naturally nude nightie? How about $75 of savings? How about gift packaging options and quick delivery? That's an effortless 2-in-1 deluxe gift that you both are guaranteed to love. Soft and silky with a Barely There feel, curve caressing with a fit that's better than lingerie. Best selling for a reason. Pajamagram's naturally nude pajamas and nightie are designed to make her feel amazing and drive you wild. Now is the time to win Christmas. Now is the time to go get your special someone naturally nude from Pajamagram. But hurry, this gift sells out every year. Shop now while it lasts. Head to pajamagram.com for naturally nude pajamas and save $75 on a free naturally nude nightie.
Hey, it's Bo Matthews for Missouri Brush Control. If you have acreage and have always dreamed of having trails for walking, hiking, biking, horseback, or ATV riding, but that property is so overgrown it seems impossible, Missouri Brush Control can transform your acreage, leaving behind beautiful mulch trails just like you've seen in state parks. And they can do it in hours with their specialized forestry machines. Learn more about this eco-friendly land clearing method at MissouriBrushControl.com and enjoy your land like you've always dreamed of. That's MissouriBrushControl.com.
You're listening to the Annie Frey Show live from the Air Comfort Service Heating, Cooling, and Insulation Studio. Air Comfort Service is celebrating 54 years of residential and commercial service, maintenance, and installation of heating and cooling systems. Get in your comfort zone. Visit aircomfortservice.com.
Brian Kilmeade has done it again. Teddy and Booker T, how two Americans blazed a path for racial equality, highlights a key moment in American history. You can get a personalized copy of Teddy and Booker T at 971talk.com.
They told me, pum.
This is the Annie Frey Show. Follow Annie on Twitter at Annie Frey Show.
To see, pum. How
finest gifts we bring. Pa-rum-pa-pum-pum. To lay before the king. Pa-rum-pa-pum-pum. Rum-pa-pum-pum. Rum-pa-pum-pum. So to honor him, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum, when we come.
Welcome back to the Annie Frey Show. We appreciate you being with us here this afternoon. A special afternoon, one of the most special that we have during the year on the Annie Frey Show, because we are broadcasting live at the St. Charles Ruler Foods, and we are excited to be here. We're excited to be meeting you, and we've met. Who have we? We met Mark.
Okay, I'm going to pull out the donations
The
list
envelope.
here. Yeah, so
Because we met more people than gave you cash.
right. So a lot of people have been donating in the bin behind me here, and I don't have everybody's name there. But as far as those who've just dropped off cash or want to be a part of the supermarket sweep at 2:00, there was a truck driver who said, "Just call me JR." Mark, Pat, Carlo have all donated, and then of course Ruler Foods as well.
Perfect. We're gonna collect. We've got $1,000 seed money from Ruler Foods that at 2:00 we are going to go to send Ryan into the store, and he's going to shop, and we're going to video his shopping. You are going to offend no patrons.
Well,
You got to bob and weave. I guess so do they.
well, I mean, if I got a time crunch here, then I might have to ask people to move, because I got to move fast.
You know what would be great? We should let people for a certain donation. It's got to be pretty high, though. Come in and play defense.
Ooh.
Full contact, full body defense on Ryan Wiggins while he shops.
I feel bad because you were saying, like, don't get in people's way. And already I was walking back to the restroom before we started, and I got in 3 people's way just doing that. So I'm like, oh, great. Here we go. I'm gonna be in people's way for sure doing this, because Ruler Foods is.
But the whole time you're thinking it's for a good cause.
It's good, yeah, it's for a good. I'll just tell people that. I'll tell people that whenever I'm bumping into them and going around them and grabbing lettuce next to their heads.
You can't grab lettuce. It's got to be non-perishable.
Well, let's grab the bags then.
You're like, the lettuce is for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna do personal shopping along with this.
No, you are not. You absolutely are not. Last night was a town hall on CNN, as I understand it, and Ron DeSantis participated in this town hall. I know Brad watched it. Did you get to take care of?
No,
did you get to listen
I
to
didn't
it?
see
Did
it.
you get to see any of the town hall from Ron DeSantis last night? I had basketball last night, so I was not by the TV, and I have to say I had a migraine from the time, like halfway through driving home. A migraine that the entire drive to the basketball game, I thought I was going to throw up, which normally migraines, I have gotten nauseous before from migraines. That is a thing that goes along with them. And last night I felt like that was going to happen. There's nothing like going into a gym where it's just bouncing balls and whistles and horns. And you're like, yeah, I'm here.
And reverb.
Yes.
Yeah, it's crazy. So you didn't think, oh man, I've got a migraine coming on. I want to go watch CNN.
Or I'm going to stay home from the basketball game and go to bed, which I was really close to doing it, but I wanted to be there. Both my kids played. So I went to the game, and by the time I got home, it was like everything I could do to just get into my bed and go to sleep. You messaged me though, Brad, and you were talking about Ron DeSantis in the town hall format on CNN, and you were pretty flattering towards his performance.
Well, he does a lot better in a town hall format, because what it allows him to do is just kind of like, I know that the thing about Ron DeSantis is people's like, he doesn't have that charisma that you need.
It's Riz.
Yeah. I understand.
The word of the year, Brad.
Riz.
Stupidest word.
Yeah.
Kid.
He doesn't have that Riz.
Just, you have time. Say the whole word.
Yeah. Yeah. Charisma. So he doesn't have that. I mean, that's the insult that has been coming from the Trump side of this election. But I think that he does better not delivering speeches, he's good on the debate stage, but when he's at his best is when he's debating one-on-one. He's a small format. I'm talking to one person. He's very good. So whenever he goes on this town hall setting, he's in this town hall setting. What they were doing on CNN was they were having a voter or potential voter read a question to him, and then he would answer that voter's question to that voter.
When they're in CNN, the people who read the questions are like, I am a registered Republican who voted for Joe Biden and Barack Obama. You're like,
you laugh.
Who are you?
But there was like,
did they do that?
Yeah, one of them, the guy was like,
you didn't even know that.
No, they always do that.
He's a registered Republican, but he voted for Joe Biden in the last election.
Right.
Making a new friend over here.
And
Tech. I'm not going to out his name until he tells me I can.
And this guy then asked this question, like, what are you going to do to bring the party back together and blah, blah, blah. And Ron DeSantis had a really good answer. You know, he's like, basically, I'm here to work for you and I'm here to work for people. And this other stuff of being divisive and all this other stuff. He talked about Joe Biden standing in front of, was it in Philadelphia with the red lights, the extreme ultra MAGA speech. He's like, that wasn't helpful. That doesn't bring people together. But what ends up happening, what I noticed from a just a viewer standpoint is he becomes more personable. You're talking to Ron DeSantis, not having Ron DeSantis talk at you. You're having a conversation with him. And he does really well in that format. I think he needs more of that.
Absent Donald Trump trying to say that Ron DeSantis is lifeless and short.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that America consumes him with that being the prevailing thought going into the conversation. I mean, really, really smart politicking on the Trump campaign's part. I think it's kind of sleazy, but if it works, this is what Donald Trump has done up to this point to win. When he did win, he needs a win in his pocket because he's got a few L's that he's holding right now in the last few elections. But when Donald Trump wins, he wins the way he fights, not the way we want him to fight. So while I sit here as a voter who know 100% that I'm going to vote against the current administration without any doubt in my mind, and I am absolutely okay if it's Nikki Haley. I'm okay if it's Ron DeSantis. I'm okay if it's Donald Trump. I'm okay if it's Chris Christie. That's an easy question for me to answer. It still doesn't, I still don't like the fact that Donald Trump has attacked Ron DeSantis only on things that don't actually matter when it comes to his ability to do the job. But that's politics. And if that hurts your feelings and then that makes you mad at somebody, then you got to stop for a minute and think about what it takes to win. And Donald Trump is willing to do what it takes to win.
Well, it's interesting, too, that he attacks him on the things. I think he attacks him on the things that don't matter because he can't attack him on the things that do matter.
He loses on some of them.
Ron DeSantis is so solid on those.
Did you have something?
Well, I think that DeSantis is being smart here because he's got to take back the narrative about himself. And the only way to do that is to do things like this, is to do town halls, do debate against Gavin Newsom. And he does well in these formats. I agree with you, Brad, that this kind of is his format. And it's actually why he got famous. Because the media always comes at Republicans, regardless of who they are, with gotcha questions. And they run them through the mill. And you know what? Part of that's fine. It sharpens them much more than it's going to sharpen Democrats, which is why you have your ticket right now is Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, who are really bad at doing that stuff.
Old rusty blunt.
and DeSantis is good, and so is Trump at doing those boom questions. And so him stepping into his wheelhouse is smart for him.
Yeah. Let's listen to the first clip here, cut 8, Ethan, from Ron DeSantis. Go ahead.
I think what we've seen is fighting polarization for no reason. So look, there's important issues. You can count on me. I'm going to take strong stands. I'm going to deliver big results. As a leader, when you make decisions, not everyone's going to like it. That just goes with the territory. But I'm not going to do is go out of my way to alienate people for no reason. If there's a substantive disagreement, let the chips fall where they may. But I think if you look at like Trump tweeting and attacking people, I think that created division that we didn't need. I think Biden, when he gives that speech in front of the thing where his fists are there saying that MAGA are like almost anti-American, that creates division. We don't need to be doing that. We need to be focusing on principle. We need to aim higher, and we need to deliver results for people.
So I think that that's a pretty solid message. I think that listening to him actually talk about policy is important too. Donald Trump does talk about policy, but it's so mixed in with insults and superlatives, generally speaking, that sometimes it gets missed. It's not a fair criticism to Donald Trump to say he never talks about policy. And honestly, a lot of the policy that Donald Trump will talk about is stuff that he already did that Biden day one undid. The Biden policy was opposite of what Trump did. Let's listen into this next cut when we listen to Ron DeSantis talk about the most important thing, at least on my issue list, the southern border. Go ahead, Ethan.
From a national security perspective, that open border threatens our country. We have people from all over the world that have gone in there. And so I think what these Republicans are saying is, let's get this done. And Biden's going to have to compromise on that. And he's not willing to do it. Look, as president, I'll do the border on day one. Day one, we're going to declare it a national emergency. I'm sending the military to the southern border. We're going to stop the invasion. When people are here illegally, they have to be sent back. You have to do that. We have people that have come from Iran, other parts of the Middle East, China, Russia, you name it. They've come from all over the world illegally. These people don't have our best interests at heart. This is a security threat to us.
So, when we're considering what is going on in the southern border and the unwillingness of the Biden administration to address the problem head on, I have been to the southern border. I have stood next to the wall. I have stood at the foot of the Rio Grande, and I have seen the paths that people walk in, and it happens every single day. And the people in McAllen, Texas, where I was, function with this being the reality. It's not. I'm not going to say it's not a panic to them down there, but they can't live every day in complete panic. We heard stories, Brad, when we were down there, of individuals who in their house, the cartels would come into the homes on the American side of the border.
Yes.
Explain. Do you remember that story?
Yeah, they would come into their homes and they say, you have 5 minutes to leave. We need this place. And your options were abandon your home or start a fight with the cartel and lose because it's the cartel.
And if you don't lose that fight, you will lose the next one.
Yep. And that's it. You're run out of your home in the United States of America. A foreign national organization, be it illegal or not, is coming into the United States and they're telling Americans to get out of their homes. That's not right.
No.
That shouldn't happen in our country.
But it's the understood existence there.
Yes. And like, I'm with Ron DeSantis on that. Let's get the military to the border because that to me is an act of war. If I don't care if a cartel is not a country, what they're doing is they're waging war on American citizens, and therefore the American government, this is why we pay taxes. Everybody's always talking about taxes, except for Hunter Biden. He doesn't pay taxes, but this is why we pay taxes, to have a military to defend our people, to defend our homes. This is one of the agreed upon things. Let's use our military to do it. Let's defend ourselves.
Josh on YouTube right now says, Annie, would Annie vote for Ramaswamy over Joe Biden? Oh my gosh, yes. Name the Democrat. Yes, I would vote for Ramaswamy over him. No problem. Edward said, what if it was George Santos? And, it's a conundrum because I do not like corrupt liars in the presidency, and that would be a tough choice between Biden and George Santos. Who's the more corrupt liar between the two of them?
Ooh, that's a good question. What about if Joe Biden dropped out and you had to vote between Santos and Senator Menendez? Those are your two options. For some reason,
Edward, do you see what Ryan just did there?
These are the guys.
Ryan schooled you.
But I mean, even who's more corrupt, George Santos or Joe Biden? Well, Joe Biden. He's been doing it for 50 years. George Santos has been trying to make up ground.
That's very true. He was kicked out of Congress almost immediately.
Yeah.
Whereas Joe Biden has made a very long life out of it.
He's moved up.
Yeah, they just keep promoting him. Hey, good job. You deserve the next level.
Maybe it's really an honest, sad state of the affairs to understand that if we want to do whataboutism, I could do a 3-hour show on whataboutism. We could go back and forth on both sides for a minimum of 3 hours. We won't, though, because today is a happy day. People continue to come in to donate to our food drive for the St. Louis Area Food Bank. And we're at Ruler Foods on West Clay Street in St. Charles. Come see us. Come say hi and help us fill this bin that is in front of us full of food for your local neighbors who are hungry this holiday season. We can be a part of blessing somebody in their life today. And you can do that as simply as coming by and putting a canned good in here. If you don't want to go shopping, Ryan is going to go shopping at 2:00. We're going to video it so that you can watch it as well and try to bless some people. We can be a part of a solution, and it's our responsibility as conservatives to show up for one another and not wait for some Republican to get in office and put in a program that is, on the right side of the aisle. That's not how we work. Conservatives care about one another, and we have to show action. And today's the day that we get to do it for our neighbors in need who are hungry. So come to the West Clay Street in St. Charles, Ruler Foods. Come say hi and help us do something good this holiday season. We're going to take a quick break. Wiggins America. Did you plan one today? Did you remember to do that?
Oh, shoot. I got to run out to my car real quick.
He said he planned to. He said he has a backup.
He's going to go grab a shampoo bottle out of his car and start reading the back of it.
I got so much material that I'm going to talk twice as fast in this Wiggins America.
Fantastic. Stick around. We're Annie Frey Show in just a minute.
Shall I play for you? Pum-pum-pum. On my drum.
You're listening to The Annie Frey Show. Find the podcast, on-demand audio, and more at 971talk.com/Annie.
Come to the Enchanted Attic. We've got lots of gift ideas for you. Come to the Enchanted Attic, filled with sparkling jewelry, gemstones too. Scented candles, fragrant incense, treasure chests, they're the best fairies too. Buy yourself some soothing music. You will be much calmer if you do. The holidays can be real stressful. Worry stones for everyone will do. Meditation books are helpful. Get your relatives at least one or two. Crystal balls and tarot cards and dragons and Buddhas and feng shui too. Come to the Enchanted Attic, 636-949-9502 in historic St. Charles.
Are you trying to enjoy the holiday season, but the stress of finding the perfect gift is making you a Grinch? I've got the perfect solution, Rosetta Stone. With their lifetime subscription to 25 languages, you're gifting an experience that's fun, useful, and lasts forever. Your grandma can learn from the comfort of her recliner, and your brother can flirt with the exchange student he has a crush on, or at least try. They offer customized learning plans that include engaging and fun content to teach you both the language and the culture. I took a refresher on Spanish last year for my job and just started learning Italian this year for my next adventure. Plus, they've got a special offer to help you make the holiday season more affordable. Visit rosettastone.com to score 50% off and give the gift that opens your loved ones to new experiences and perspectives. Visit rosettastone.com/radio to give a gift that doesn't flop. Offer ends soon. That's rosettastone.com/radio.
AMCO presents Bet You Didn't Know.
Bet you didn't know that your car's transmission is made up of 800 pieces. Also, bet you didn't know that AMCO's fixed over 40 million transmissions and that AMCO offers a nationwide warranty.
AMCO offers easy payment plan options for most any credit situation, so you can fix it fast and pay it off slow at AMCO.
That's AMCO, AA-MCO.
Need a break from the sound bites and the talking heads? Do you want information you can actually use? Information that'll change your life for the better? Then listen to the Del Walmsley Radio Show.
Listen to the Del Walmsley Radio Show this Saturday afternoon from 1 to 2 p.m. on 97.1 FM Talk.
Are you ready to smell better naked? I'm Dr. Shannon Klingman, the OBGYN creator of Lumi, the whole body deodorant that's clinically proven to control odor for 72 hours on pits, feet, privates, and beyond. It's pH optimized to safely and effectively control odor anywhere you have it, but wish you didn't. Plus, it's proven to work better than a shower with soap alone. Whether you shower twice a day or 3 times a week, Lumi works better. And who doesn't want zero body odor? With over 200,000 5-star reviews, I'm so sure you're going to love it, or you can return it for free.
There's a special offer for listeners. Use code 800 and get an extra $5 off a Lumi starter pack that comes with a solid stick, cream tube, free product of your choice, and ships free with code 800. LUMEdeodorant.com, code 800 for an extra $5 off a Lumi starter pack. Love it or return it for free. That's LUMEdeodorant.com, code 800.
Show sheet. The YouTube live chat poll for today: will President Joe Biden pardon Hunter Biden? Yes or no? That is, of course, the big news of today, the Hunter Biden press conference and deposition that didn't happen. Will President Joe Biden pardon Hunter Biden? Yes or no? Let us know by typing in Annie Frey on the YouTube page there, and the chat poll will come up. Let us know what you think. The time right now, 12:48. This time check is sponsored by Jerry Kelly Heating and Air Conditioning.
It's time for a $98 furnace tune-up.
It's where St. Louis and beyond comes to talk.
St. Louis is home for conservative talk.
This is 97.1 FM Talk.
Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight. Walking in a winter wonderland.
You're listening to the Annie Frey Show.
Is the bluebird here to stay? Is a new bird. He sings a love song as we go along. Walking in a winter wonderland.
Wiggins! Oh! Wiggins!
Man, what a juxtaposition of moods. I don't think there's a way to make that any more
No.
smooth.
No, that's the idea, is that it just comes out and it jars you and you go, what is happening? I better pay attention. So now if we've got your attention, what I want to tell you is that I've got a list here of 7 phrases that a Harvard psychologist says.
Harvard?
I know.
Harvard?
I know. Now, maybe she graduated a long time ago.
7 phrases that what?
7 phrases. Harvard psychologist says indicate whether you have high or low emotional intelligence.
Can I do Harvard first?
Yes, you can.
Low.
Okay. Noted. And there
These are the people who are like, genocide, who are we talking about?
Yeah. And then we should fire that lady. Nah, she's fine. We'll just leave her in her position. So these are phrases that will indicate not only whether you have high or low emotional intelligence, it'll let you know whether you are approaching personal relationships, professional relationships with an open mind, politics, religion. It really can apply to anything. I want to know whether you approach life this way or you don't. And we'll judge basically how emotionally intelligent you are, Leah.
Great.
I just love looping her in when she's not paying attention. All right, here we go. First one. I'm not changing. This is who I am. Does anybody approach life with that mindset? I'm not changing. This is who I am. Whether it be personal relationships or professional or even politics.
No, I do not approach life with that. I've got a growth mindset. I want to look and figure out where my weaknesses are. I like to turn my weaknesses into strengths and keep growing as a person. I'm never settling.
That's why Brad's the best of us.
You're amazing.
It's not. I mean, but if I was in that mindset, and that was like
it's an unhappy place to be.
Yeah, and after having the heart attack, that's not a luxury I can afford anymore. And so I've changed my mindset on that.
Say the phrase again. I'm not changing.
I'm not changing. This is who I am.
It's difficult because I am part that. Like I know who I am. I'm not interested in changing. But it depends on who's like the experience of what is influencing the change. Because I'm 39 years old. There are constantly trends that are coming by that are suggesting, like, for instance, you're not supposed to wear this kind of pants anymore. Now we wear this kind of pants. And I'm like, we
yeah, who's we?
Do not share pants. So in that regard, I'm not easily influenced that way. If something it comes along and I love it, I'm going to adapt to that for sure. I'm always open to leveling up. But I think at 39, the conversations I'm willing to entertain about drastically changing who I am are pretty minimal. So I don't
think you're alone in that. I think the older you get, the more you get set in your ways, and also, and that's not necessarily a bad thing because you know what you like.
Yeah.
And sometimes you know what you don't like. And if somebody comes along and says, you should try this, you go, no.
Yeah. I mean, that's an empowering thing when you're okay with being like, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Leah?
I use that only in certain aspects of my life. Most of it, no, but especially when it comes to like my fitness and that, because I've had certain people tell me, oh, you should be more feminine. And it's like, no.
You should shut up.
Yeah.
Leah, you should smile more.
Oh, man. Don't get me started.
That's great. Oh, here, right here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Man.
So many people stopping by. I love it. It's
Yes.
awesome.
We're going to shout
Correct.
those people out
Yes,
in
we
the
are.
next hour. What about you, Ryan?
I would say that I try to approach it as open-mindedly as I can. I definitely, if somebody accuses me, it's really hard not to put up the wall right away and say, wow, that's just the way it is. That's the way I am. But I really, really try to not let that happen, just as a rule of thumb. I'm going to skip ahead to one here that I think is one that is really easy to do. The phrase is, you're just wrong. If somebody comes to you with something, do you ever want to say, I don't even want to argue with you, you're just wrong?
No. But I'm also not going to, I might think it.
There's a big difference between thinking a lot of these things and saying them.
Like, I am at a place in my life where I'm at peace with people who think I'm just wrong. And I think they're just wrong. And I don't need the satisfaction of the confirmation that you think I'm right. I'm content with feeling or thinking the way I think and knowing that someone else's perspective, for very good reason, might be very different than mine is. I'm not going to fight them to the death on that. I mean, I can't think of very many issues where I would do that.
I think I've probably said this in fights, which is not great. It's just you get to a point where you go, I don't really know how to argue anymore. You're just wrong. It's a terrible way. You don't win. It just sort of ends the discussion, which is kind of the point of all these.
Sometimes sometimes that will kind of end up being the thing. If you're in an argument with your spouse and you've tried to change the way that you say the thing a dozen times and they've done the same thing and there's no more room
You're at an impasse.
in that moment. So you might say that, but that won't be the end of the conversation.
Right.
But maybe it needs a breath.
Yeah. They always say, people say, well, don't go to bed mad. And I'm like, man, there are times where
I have to sleep.
I would have to. Yeah.
Just kidding.
It's 1
Sorry,
in the
Jared.
morning. We need to go to bed right now. I can't have this discussion anymore.
What are you talking about? You're like, it's 9:30 p.m.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. If
Yeah.
it's 1 in the morning, I'm gone. There's no way I can be up that late. I'm going to jump ahead again here to one that I think is very, very apropos. I can't forgive you.
No.
I've
never been in that position.
This one to me is one that is more important to say to yourself internally. I don't know how often you're saying this out loud, but to me, saying it to yourself, even if you don't feel it, is very important in a lot of personal circumstances.
Yeah, I do believe also that forgiveness is something that you can forgive someone, but you might have to forgive them tomorrow also. And then you might have to forgive them the next day also. It's not like when you say, I forgive you, that there's this just magical thing that happens and everything, all the frustration and baggage that you have of what you're forgiving just automatically goes away, but it will start and you'll end up learning how to manage life post that burden. But it's kind of like a scar. Scars remain, but the pain can subside. All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we're gonna revisit the rest of this conversation a little bit later in the show. Ryan, you said we got 6 seconds. Things the Democrats that we agree with or don't agree with that they're saying right now?
They are stories that either reflect well or negative on Democrats. We'll see.
Ruler Food, St. Charles. We'll be right back.
Mark Cox here. Before you sell your home, you should know the facts. What's your home's true value? Which realtor will get you the most money? And as a seller, is the market still in your favor? I spent some time with my friend Gloria Liu with Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Here's what she told me. The market is still in the seller's favor. However, these next few months before the holidays represent the last prime time to sell your home. Gloria said everyone knows you can't time the real estate market. However, you can sell your home in the months that are statistically the most profitable to sell real estate. For the past 20 years, Gloria has been successfully selling homes in our area. How's she been so successful? She already has the buyers, which allows her to guarantee to sell your home at your pre-agreed upon price and time frame, or she'll buy it. Call Gloria Liu at 314-325-6888. That's 314-325-6888, or visit GloriaHasTheBuyers.com.
Conditions apply. Gloria and seller must agree on price and possession date.
Mark Cox here. Join me next spring on a beautiful trip to Italy. This is going to be great. We're going to fly into Rome. We are going to get on a bus and travel south to the Abbey of Monte Cassino, maybe Italy's best kept secret. It looks like something out of a picture book. We'll visit Puglia. We'll go to Caserta. We're going to spend several days in Sorrento. You'll have an opportunity to visit the ruins in Pompeii, and then Positano, which is on the Amalfi Coast and absolutely one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen. I can tell you, my wife and I have been there, and we can't wait to go back. You can even take a high-speed jet foil over to the Isle of Capri, which has some tremendous historic Roman ruins on it that you can visit while you're there. $53.67 a person. That includes your airfare from the St. Louis area. Call them toll-free at 888-733-9494. That's 888-733-9494 or conservativetours.com.
Surprise! Surprise! You know, surprise parties, they can be fun, right? Well, financial surprises, not so much, especially when you're retired, like finding out you owe more in taxes than you thought you would, or having to go back to work to make ends meet. Maybe you think you'll be okay, but why not double check just to be sure? Call Marvin Mitchell at Compass Retirement Solutions and schedule a retirement double check. Marvin and his team have been helping families plan for retirement for more than 15 years. Call 314-373-1598 to schedule your retirement double check with Marvin Mitchell at Compass Retirement Solutions. That's 314-373-1598. Don't let a financial surprise derail your retirement dreams. Give Marvin and the team a call, 314-373-1598. Firm offers insurance services, investments, and services offered through Compass Retirement Group, a registered investment advisory in Missouri and in Illinois.
KFTK FM Florissant, an Odyssey station. Air Comfort Service, heating, cooling, and insulation, weather.
Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
Still dealing with a very quiet atmosphere as we go through our Wednesday afternoon. More in the way of sunshine. It's chilly and 48 degrees. Tonight, clear and cold, a quick drop out of the 40s for any evening plans. Bundle up. 28 for the low. Thursday, lots of sunshine, 52. Friday, partly to mostly cloudy skies and 52. This is 97.1 FM Talk. Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
Closed-door deposition with Republicans leading the impeachment investigation into his father, but Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer says people have a right to know if there's been any wrongdoing.
This is an investigation about public corruption at the highest levels.
Republicans are justifying the impeachment inquiry as a way to learn if President Biden ever benefited from his family's business deals while in office. Democrats like Oversight Ranking Member Jamie Raskin says he's seen no evidence of wrongdoing by the president.
No one has been able to define what criminal or constitutional offense they're looking for.
Republicans can only afford to lose a couple of votes because of their slim House majority.
Fox's Ryan Schmelz at the Capitol. The president ignoring shouted questions from reporters about his son after making remarks a short time ago at a meeting of his infrastructure council. No deal yet after the Homeland Security chief met with Senate negotiators on border policies, reportedly including possible changes aimed at stemming the flow of migrants.
We've seen now what the White House has sent over. I think to the extent that I've heard some Democrats express concern, I think that's progress.
North Carolina Republican Senator Tom Tillis as the GOP presses border demands as part of the president's request for more than $100 billion that includes aid for Israel and Ukraine. A Fox News alert as the Fed leaves interest rates alone for a third meeting as inflation eases, though the Fed chief recently said it's premature to talk about rate cuts. America's listening to Fox News.
Can't sleep with this cold.
Honey.
Honey?
Honey, you need NyQuil Severe Honey.
NyQuil Severe Honey gives you powerful cold and flu symptom relief with a dreamy honey taste.
Feeling better, honey? Honey? I'll take that as a yes.
Try NyQuil Severe Honey for powerful cold and flu symptom relief. NyQuil Severe with honey flavor. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever. Honeylicious, best sleep with a cold. Medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
With the holidays upon us, the increase in traveling, shopping, and connecting online also heightens the need to protect your identity and finances with LifeLock. Identity thieves see this time of year as an opportunity to drain your accounts, open new loans in your name, and damage your financial future. LifeLock detects and alerts you to threats you might miss on your own. Don't let the busy holiday season catch you off guard. Save up to 25% off your first year with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com.
Join me, Mark Reardon, and the 97.1 FM Talk team for a night of purpose at the inaugural Give Back Trivia Night on January 5th at the Moolah Shrine Center. Be a beacon of hope for children. Reserve your table now at 971talk.com/events.
Men, suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE? Frustrated taking pills that don't work? Here's a message from Paramount Men's Medical Center.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Paramount Men's Medical Center offers breakthrough treatments with men lasting longer than ever without pain or surgery.
Call now. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results right in the office. Call Paramount Men's Medical Center now. 314-720-8081. That's 314-720-8081.
You've been listening to the very popular Wellness 101 for many years, Saturdays and Sundays on 97.1 FM Talk. We're happy to share that we've expanded the show to 4 times a week. Yes, 4 times every weekend. Saturday at 10 a.m., Saturday at 8 p.m., Sunday at 9 a.m., and Sunday at 2 p.m. It's the same great show designed to cut through the nonsense and provide you a common sense, science-based strategy for a healthy life. So join TJ and Aaron for Wellness 101. Now 4 times a week on 97.1 FM Talk.
Okay, so you filed your taxes this year, but you know you have past IRS issues. And now the IRS letters are coming. Hi, this is Lance Story with the Lance Story Law Firm. Don't ignore those IRS letters. They're important and give you rights and deadlines to defend yourself. Waiting could cause you to lose those rights. Call the Lance Story Law Firm now and let us help you get ahead of the IRS and defend your rights while you still have time. The Lance Story Law Firm is located here in St. Louis, so take the first step and hire a tax resolution attorney. We've made it super easy to schedule your free consultation in person, or you can do a phone call and save travel time. Remember, IRS problems are legal problems. So before you send money to some out-of-town, high-pressure salesperson, give us a call at the Lance Story Law Firm. Call today at 314-260-6120. That's 314-260-6120. Or go visit LanceDruryLaw.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
When it's chilly, there's nothing dreamier than coming home, unless your furnace is on the fritz and your home is less than cozy. No worries. Just call the Fix It Right guys at Jerry Kelly. They're fast, they're friendly, and they do have it going on. Whether it's a minor mend or a full install, they'll do it quick and do it right. For a consistently cozier home, call Jerry Kelly. 8A to 8P, 7 dreamy days of the week, or at
JerryKelly.com.
Hey, it's Mark Reardon. If you're nearing retirement or already retired, call my friends Thomas Helbig and Bob Kershaw with the Retirement Advisory Group. They'll show you how linking to the market is much safer than owning the market for your retirement savings. They're the official financial advisors of my show. Go to retirementkey.com. Selling your home? Every situation is unique. Find the best options that are right for you from the real estate team who offer more options. My friends Mark and Neil Gelman of eXp Realty. Check out the only agents I trust. Go to thegelmanteam.com. That's thegelmanteam.com.
This hour of the Annie Frey Show is brought to you by Ruler Foods. Low prices, no coupons. Ruler Foods.
That is exactly what I needed to hear.
Thank God someone here knows what they're talking about.
That's us. That's right. Gotta love this American ride.
Right, you need to take the time and get the full picture.
come on, turn the radio on. It's Saturday and I won't be long.
Don't get me wrong, I love the ladies. I mean, they rev my engine, but they don't belong in the newsroom. It is Anchor Man, not Anchor Lady.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
Goodness sake, kid. Keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Frey Show.
I changed my position from the summer because the president was providing all the documents. But in the last 2 weeks, when he said he was not going to provide documents, or the White House lawyers were saying this, because we had not passed a formal impeachment inquiry, well, I translate that to saying, well, we better pass an impeachment inquiry so we can get this information. So once they started stonewalling the information, we need to have an inquiry.
So there you have Congressman. Is it Bacon or is it Bacone?
Bacon is how they pronounced it on the show.
I read that. I'm like, gosh, dang it. He's from Nebraska, so I'm going to go with Bacon.
5 degrees of Kevin Bacone.
No, this is Don Bacone.
Oh, John Bacone.
It's probably like 4.
From Nebraska.
Yeah, from
Nebraska.
I'm from Nebraska. They're going to vote on the impeachment inquiry into Joe Biden. It's important to understand that voting on this is to say we are going to inquire into impeachment. It doesn't mean that they voted to impeach. So if it passes, it doesn't mean Joe Biden is impeached. It means they are officially going to open an investigation. This is the phrase that they keep using. It's going to have more teeth when they go in and continue to move into those investigations. I don't know why anybody would be opposed to this. On the Republican side, I understand very much so why Democrats might be opposed to it. But we're going to have Congresswoman Ann Wagner on in about less than 20 minutes or so to talk about this, among some other things. We're going to talk about Hunter Biden. We're going to talk about the impeachment inquiry. And we're also going to talk about the spending bill, the negotiation on securing our southern border and the funding into Ukraine. Zelensky at the White House yesterday making his case for more funding to be sent to Ukraine. And my understanding with Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House, is he says, let me know what the game plan is. I would like to know what the strategy is. If you would like the United States tax dollars, tell me what your plan is with these tax dollars. Doesn't seem like that's really, it doesn't seem like it's a no. And it also doesn't seem unreasonable.
No, it doesn't, especially when the president sits with the president of a foreign nation and says, yeah, we'll get you $200 million. Because that's what he did. Do you understand that you have to go through Congress to get these things? And the Speaker of the House doesn't exactly know what you're wanting or how to do that. These are conversations that should be had well ahead of the president of a foreign nation coming and asking for money, let alone that they're going to promise that money without having the conversation.
So we'll ask Congresswoman Ann Wagner about it. We're in her district, so it'll be interesting to see what she has to say regarding all of this. Is there any reason why you would oppose an impeachment inquiry? I mean, the only thing that I think that could possibly come up is that you might make the case that it is politically disadvantageous, but that's not really always the right reason to not do something.
Yeah, I think this inquiry is, I really can't think of a reason why you wouldn't do it at this point. I mean, there's so much out there that making it official has to happen, because then I keep hearing that you can enforce the subpoenas better, that you can, I mean, really, you can talk about it more openly in the media because now it's official. It has a name. You do have more, I think, legal authority once you start the inquiry. So there's really no reason not to do it. And then let the process play out if they find that there's not enough there. And one of the things, honestly, that I think that they've dropped the ball on, this being Republicans, especially in the House, is that they haven't made the case enough of what not just Joe Biden got out of this. That's been the case the whole time. That's what they're trying to prove. What did the foreign nations get out of this? Because that is lacking, and they've said it, but they don't say it enough, and they need to say it very, very clearly that Joe Biden got X, and the foreign nation also got this out of that deal. That needs to be very clear.
Brad, any reason why a Republican would vote no in Congress on the impeachment inquiry?
I off the top of my head, I can't think of anything. I mean, there might be somebody in there that has like a moral objection to it. Like, hey, look, they did this with Trump. It was ridiculous then. this looks like we're just going tit for tat, blah, blah, blah. But whenever I was listening to that Bacon clip, he said he was originally a no on this. And the reason he was a no was because he didn't think there was anything there. He said, but then the Biden administration started stonewalling us. And when the Biden administration started stonewalling them, that's when he changed his vote. So I don't know if there's anybody that's out there. They might be looking at this saying, no, now this looks like there might be more there than we originally thought. And they might actually say this is worth it. So I can't think of any reason outside of just some sort of moral objection. We don't want to do a tit for tat.
Would you say that the Bacon clip sizzled?
I would. Gosh.
Back to you, Annie.
Let's smoke you.
See what you did there.
Uh-huh.
Give it a.
I was give it some time. Let that marinate a little bit.
Yes.
Some flavor in it.
One of the other things, first of all, let's remind folks that we are at the St. Charles Ruler Foods right now. You go to rulerfoods.com if you want to find a Ruler Foods that's closest to you, but we want you to find the one here in West Clay Street and come help us support the St. Louis Area Food Bank. At 2:00, we're going to send Ryan Wiggins into the store, and he's going to do a supermarket sweep of sorts with the cash that has been dropped off on top of what Ruler Foods has given us to shop, $1,000 to get us going so that we can go into the store here and fill these bins that we have here with canned goods, with non-perishables, but we do need your help. Please come show up and visit us in St. Charles at the Ruler Foods and say hello. We've met a whole bunch of you so far, and we want to meet more of you. Right now, let's give some shout outs to some people who have taken the time to drop off some cash in addition to the non-perishables that are being put in the bins.
Yeah, some of these people wanted to remain anonymous, so I'll just say truck driver if that's the case. Like
just gonna start listing.
A guy who looked like he had a mustache. Mark, Pat, Carlo, Lauren, Guy, Fred, Aaron, Carol just dropped by. An anonymous gift also said, "Hey, just God's peace upon you all," and that's all he said he wanted to say.
Yeah, and we are so grateful. The donations, if you want to come by and you want to be a part of this and support this, people are dropping off $5, people are dropping off $100, and so any amount of it will help somebody. And these are people who are in our very area here. When you participate in this, you are participating in helping people who are our neighbors in need. So please come join us. We would love to have you here. Ann Wagner will be with us in about 10 minutes, and we look forward to hearing from her. Fox News reports the House of Representatives is taking a vote to formalize its impeachment inquiry of President Biden on Wednesday evening, a move Republicans argue will force the White House into complying with its investigation. The GOP-led committees on oversight, Ways and Means, and the judiciary have been investigating Biden over accusations he had leveraged his office of vice president in the Obama administration to enrich his family through foreign business. It's been heavily centered on the president's brother, James Biden, and his son, Hunter Biden, who is under federal investigation for tax and firearm-related charges. Hunter Biden is also scheduled to appear before the House Oversight Committee for a closed-door deposition on Wednesday, though it's unclear if he will show up. He did not show up. He opted out of the subpoena, which is really bad legal advice if you're considering opting out. I wouldn't recommend that. I would not recommend that at all. We'll see what ends up happening there. They can hold him in contempt. Now, we've talked about how Peter Navarro did the same thing. He opted out. The feds found him at an airport, knew he was going to be flying, and went and arrested him at the airport. They didn't even tell him that he was supposed to be they didn't notify him. He could have reported on his own. They didn't let him know. They came and found him in an airport. Steve Bannon is another one who has he served jail time yet? Wasn't he supposed to serve like 3 months?
I don't know if he
jail
actually
time?
went in.
Yeah, I don't. Or is he like in house arrest and doing war room from
maybe
detention
with his anklet?
But he also is somebody who said, no, I'm not going to do it. And they went after both of those individuals hardcore during the January 6th committee hearings, the select committee hearings, not the bipartisan committee hearings. There were subpoenas sent out to the Trump children to participate. They showed up and they participated. I don't think they enjoyed it. And not only did the left use that as an angle to politically try to demoralize and attack their opponent on the left, Donald Trump, and anybody who was in the Trump administration, but they hired a primetime producer, television producer, to make sure that these events could be televised in prime time, interrupting. Like, man, you want to get people to pay attention? interrupt somebody's show and then show them that. I don't always think that has the actual persuasive effect that a lot of the politicos think that it's going to have. And they did it, and I don't think that it ended up being persuasive at all. I mean, if you thought January 6th was an attack on our republic and the fact that we were somehow or another going to lose our country if Liz Cheney and Adam Schiff didn't do what they did, then you think that afterwards. If you think it was a sham, if you think that the fact that the Republicans weren't able to pick who was on that committee and that the Democrats, Nancy Pelosi specifically, choosing the Republicans who were permitted to serve on that committee as somehow or another a bipartisan representation and an accurate depiction of what the people in this country feel and wanted to see come out of that committee, you probably still think it's a sham. No, I guarantee you still think it's a sham.
Yeah, I remember in '88 when the Olympics interrupted Perfect Strangers. I still have not let that go. I would say overall, to your point though, that this is an era, because you're talking about the J6 committee. We're talking about Hunter Biden this morning. Actions at this point speak louder than words with politics, especially. They always have. We've always said, these politicians, these crooked people, they're all liars. More than ever, having somebody run in front of a camera and give their speech like we saw Hunter do this morning, it's becoming to the point where you really don't even trust anything these people are saying.
It's a show.
It is all show now.
And you are the unwilling participant in all of it. They think that they can go in front of a camera and act in a certain way. And this is not specific to one political party. This is what they're all doing. They think that they can come in front of a camera or a microphone and present something in a certain way, and you will fawn on all over what it is that they do and say. That you will immediately be outraged because they said, it's time to be outraged. How outraged? How outraged would you like me to be? I mean, that's the equation that they think that they're dealing with, the American people, which is honestly one of the main reasons why on our show from noon to 3, I don't like to participate in the outrage. I get a little heated from time to time, but the idea that we're going to put our lives on hold at the whim of what the politicos want us to do and feel and say and scream and shout and be angry about, I'm just too busy for it and incredibly disinterested in turning over my emotional state of mind to somebody who's going to politically and potentially financially and powerfully benefit on my rage. You don't get it.
I don't get really, really angry very often about political issues, but it happened today. Actually, it was when Brad was talking in the first hour about the family that was told by cartels on American soil, that they had to flee their house because the cartel said, this is ours now. You got 5 minutes, you get out.
They don't always need it for a long period of time. But when they want it, they take it.
The fact that has happened, and that's not a media report. This is you guys down there at the border talking to these people. It's not filtered through everybody. This is a real story that somebody said, this is happening right here, right now, and nobody's addressing it. That actually made me very mad. And it does play into the larger political picture, for sure.
One of the things that also happened, and that was like one of the guys that owns property down on the Rio Grande, he got a call. The cartel had somebody dressed like him, similar size and height, in a same vehicle, go in and impersonate him while they were loading up whatever they were loading up to take out of the area.
For you to not care, and by you, I mean politicians.
It's really Brad.
Brad cares.
This is a Brad problem.
Brad cares.
I got the sense when you were talking about it that you deeply cared, and it made me really mad because that's the kind of thing that if I were in a position of power, even as a Democrat, I would say that is enough. I get maybe that you're trying to accomplish something. I have no idea what's in your brain and why you're doing it.
He said he's had Nancy Pelosi on the same ground we were standing on before. They took pictures and left.
That should make her furious. And the fact that it doesn't makes me furious.
It should make everybody furious that she was there and she's seen it. She knows the stories and she still doesn't care.
Yes. Yes.
Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to speak with Congresswoman Ann Wagner. She's going to join us on the show. We're sitting in her district right now, broadcasting live from the Ruler Foods out here in St. Charles on West Clay Street. Come see us. I implore you to join us in helping our neighbors in need. We've met so many great listeners so far, and we are looking forward to meeting more on every break that we take. We're shaking hands and learning your names and faces, and we're so grateful to do that. So please come by and see us before 3 p.m. and donate to the cause. You can go in Ruler Foods, get groceries for cheap, and I shop myself for my family's groceries in Ruler Foods on the Illinois side. You can save on what you purchase. Your dollar will go further to help somebody today. At 2 o'clock, Ryan Wiggins is going to go through the store and do a supermarket sweep. We're going to video it. You're going to want to see this. And we've got $1,000 seed money from Ruler Foods to get us started, to help us fill the bins. We've got multiple places here for you to drop off your donations. And then that $1,000, and people just coming by and handing us a $20 bill, a $5 bill, $100. So far, we're looking forward to this opportunity at 2 o'clock to take your cash donations and spend them to help our neighbors in need at the St. Louis Area Food Bank. So keep it right here. And when we come back on the Annie Frey Show, Congresswoman Ann Wagner. Don't go away.
In olden days, happy golden days of yore.
The Annie Frey Show is streaming online. Watch us live on YouTube and subscribe.
Who are dear to us, gather near to us once more.
Hey guys, Glover here from my friends at ThrottleNet. So I'm so very proud to have represented the guys at ThrottleNet for all of these years. They are the IT geniuses. George and Mike are the owners. Fantastic guys. They can do all of your IT. They can do a portion of your IT. They have the best Apple support team. Their response time is under 2 minutes. Think about that, under 2 minutes. Something goes sideways with your IT, and they are solving your problem. And they're solving your problem within 2 minutes. Now, let's talk about cybersecurity. Most companies in St. Louis don't have cyber liability insurance. You get hit, you're on the hook, you're probably out of business. With ThrottleNet, if we represent you, we protect you. The first $500,000 that someone hits you for, which isn't going to happen, but if it does, we pay it. $500,000. That's what you're covered for with ThrottleNet. Go to throttlenet.com/DGS for all the information.
Tired of constantly caring for a home exterior that doesn't look as good as it should? You deserve beautiful, low-maintenance James Hardie fiber cement siding. James Hardie gives you gorgeous colors, stands up to Missouri's harsh weather, and lasts decades. At Lakeside Renovation and Design, we're experts in installing America's #1 siding, and our lifetime workmanship warranty gives you peace of mind. Get a lovely, lasting home exterior with Lakeside Renovation and Design. Request a free consultation at 636-978-5000. That's 636-978-5000. And love your home all over again.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-652-5241 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-652-5241. That's 800-652-5241. What do you have to lose? Call 800-652-5241. Again, 800-652-5241.
Pajamagram's famous naturally nude pajamas are back. A very luxurious Christmas gift for her, one that'll make you a holiday hero. This year, Pajamagram has upped the ante. How about a free Barely There naturally nude nightie? How about $75 of savings? How about gift packaging options and quick delivery? That's an effortless 2-in-1 deluxe gift that you both are guaranteed to love. Soft and silky with a Barely There feel, curve caressing with a fit that's better than lingerie. Best selling for a reason. Pajamagram's naturally nude pajamas and nightie are designed to make her feel amazing and drive you wild. Now is the time to win Christmas. Now is the time to go get your special someone naturally nude from Pajamagram. But hurry, this gift sells out every year. Shop now while it lasts. Head to pajamagram.com for naturally nude pajamas and save $75 on a free naturally nude nightie.
This station is now conducting a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test.
You're listening to the Annie Frey Show live from the Air Comfort Service Heating, Cooling, and Insulation Studio. Air Comfort Service is proud to support Greater St. Louis Honor Flight. Sign your veteran up for the Honor Flight today at gsLHonorFlight.org. And for heating services, visit aircomfortservice.com.
The Mark Reardon Show.
Adam Schwadron, state representative. Should we tabulate votes electronically?
We need to still tabulate them electronically. If we want to know who the winner of an election is on election night, then we need to depend on those machines.
Weekdays from 3 to 6. You're listening to the Annie Frey Show.
A lot like Christmas.
Follow Annie on Twitter at Annie Frey Show.
Everywhere you go, take a look in the 5 and 10, glistening once again with candy canes and silver lanes aglow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Toys in every store.
We have no choice. To fulfill our constitutional responsibility, we have to take the next step. We're not making a political decision. It's not. It's a legal decision. So people have feelings about it one way or the other. We can't prejudge the outcome. The Constitution does not permit us to do so. We have to follow the truth where it takes us.
Speaker Mike Johnson talking about where the Constitution is leading the House of Representatives right now. They are soon to vote on the impeachment inquiry into President Joe Biden. And since we are here sitting in St. Charles right now with the Ruler Foods right there on West Clay Street, we are asking you to come out and join us and donate some canned goods to the St. Louis Area Food Bank. All of your donations come right here and stay here in your neighborhood. We just had Quick Rick showed up and donated $500 to the St. Louis Area Food Bank. It's amazing to see what everybody is doing and showing up, and we're grateful for each and every one of you. We are in Congresswoman Ann Wagner's district here, Missouri's 2nd district, and we're really grateful that she is fitting us in because I think she's got a pretty busy schedule right now. Congresswoman, thank you for being with us here on the Annie Frey Show today. Lots going on.
There's a lot going on here as we try and get things wrapped up end of year. And so maybe I loved your song lead in. I hope to get home to enjoy a little bit of Christmas myself. However, I'm woefully this mother of 3 and grandmother of 4 is woefully ill prepared. So, but kudos to you being out at Ruler Foods. You know, I think the work that the St. Louis Area Food Bank does is tremendous. I have been there. I've sorted goods. I've brought goods. It means a lot to the families, and especially this time of year, and especially during this kind of with Biden economics here, we've got each average family's costing each year about $11,000 for things like groceries and transportation and gas and things. So I think it's fabulous what you're doing, and it means a lot to the community and to me personally. So thank you.
Of course. I mean, it is the least we can do at a time like this. And I have implored upon our listeners and anybody where I go and speak that the idea of true conservatism is where we show up, we see the need, and we show up to mend the need without waiting for the right guy or the right woman to get elected to create a program that will fix the need, that we can do that for our neighbors. And this is an opportunity to do that. You brought up Bidenomics. I know that we are watching as you guys are about to go potentially vote on this impeachment inquiry.
Yes.
What can you tell us about what you're trying to get in before you get home for the holidays?
Well, and this is one of, I'd say, the 2 major things we have yet to get done, some other smaller things, but this impeachment inquiry vote is going to be today. And frankly, the White House has refused to cooperate with our committees of jurisdiction, which are Ways and Means, Oversight, and Judiciary. All 3 of them have been working on this investigation now for months and months, an entire year just about. And the White House has, and this is a quote from them, they say that, quote, the existing impeachment probe does not exist. Therefore, They refused to send the DOJ attorneys over to testify in judiciary. They refused to send the White House counsel, the former one. They've blocked Dana from testifying also. And today we had Hunter Biden, who decided to be a no-show to a subpoena. So this, they've asked us to take a vote and codify this. So by golly, we're going to. We're going to vote on the inquiry today. And unlike the Democrats who impeach before an inquiry or an investigation, we're doing it the right way, and we're going to insist that this will give us, I think, honestly, the ability to impose these subpoenas in a much larger fashion. We're going to hold Hunter Biden for contempt of court. I mean, this is outrageous that he shows up and does a press conference and says he wants to do
on the other side of the building.
Yeah, I mean, unbelievable. But he won't open the door, walk in, and sit down for a deposition. These committees, they have mountains of evidence, Annie, that they need to get to the bottom of here. Over 20 companies that are a part of the what I'll call Biden Family Inc., LLCs and bank accounts, and $24 million from foreign national companies to Biden family members. It's outrageous. The transfers range everywhere from $5,000 to $3 million from companies or countries, in China, Russia, Ukraine, Kazakhstan, Romania. I mean, incremental payments over time. And that doesn't even talk about his tax charges that he's got going on in California. I'm glad that Special Counsel David Wise is actually going to hold his feet to the fire for the $1.4 million in federal taxes that he has evaded and or fraudulently falsified. So, and under those charges, Annie, he could go to jail for 17 years. So, so there's a lot going on here.
The tides have changed a little bit. Yeah, it seems as though that there are people who are taking the Hunter Biden question a little more seriously. And I appreciate that the House of Representatives is looking to do this the correct way, to engage in the inquiry first, to let the facts determine the outcome as opposed to figuring out what they need the outcome to be, to find the set of facts that they want to try to run on to get the outcome that they need. But I know that you're working too on funding, and we had President Zelensky in town with the White House and trying to make sure that the funding for the Ukraine conflict with Russia is there so that Ukraine can continue to fight off Vladimir Putin. The House Republicans want border funding and a secure southern border. Where does that negotiation stand right now?
Well, and what we want more than funding for our southern border, Annie, is we want border policy changes. All right. I mean, I care deeply about Ukraine, and mainly because I want to defeat Vladimir Putin and Russia. I can tell you that we've taken out about 50% of his army now, and we have to continue to push back against the Russian threat, because if you think that Putin will stop in Ukraine, I mean, you're crazy. He's going to move on to another, perhaps NATO country. I don't want to see Article 5 triggered. I don't want to see our sons and daughters with boots on the ground again. So I'll do what we can to defeat Russia in Ukraine, and to support Israel as they root out the evil butchers and terrorists, Hamas, and to let China know that that we're not going to let them waltz in and take Taiwan on our watch. But we need to secure our southern border. We have millions of illegal migrants that are flooding across, including, by the way, terrorists. Over 200 that are on the terrorist watch list. The fentanyl, #1 killer, Annie, of young people in our country, 18 to 34 years old. Over 100,000 last year alone. I mean, it is a war in and of itself. So we want to secure our border. We want policy changes, things like Remain in Mexico policy. We want to do away with catch and release, and we want to make sure that the asylum process is updated and expedited. So we're not just looking for money. We want real policy changes there. And frankly, President Biden's got to engage in this. I think we'd be doing him a favor because the American people are with us on this, Annie.
Yeah, they certainly are. And you see it rising in support for what the House Republicans are engaging here. And we certainly support it here. Before we let you go, Congresswoman Ann Wagner with us, I am curious if you feel confident Mike Johnson has the votes to pass the impeachment inquiry. Super small majority there the Republicans have.
I'm telling you, I'm one of the senior whips and have been now for the decade that I've served in Congress, and the whip is strong. So yes, I believe that we've got about 18 Republican members that are sitting in Biden-leaning districts. Okay, and they're on board too. They're tired of this White House and this Department of Justice really ignoring our subpoenas, for ignoring our investigation, and this is going to give us the teeth to get it done. And as I said, as far as I'm concerned, the White House asked for it. They said it doesn't exist because we haven't taken a vote. So I think he's got the votes for it. And then I also think we've got the votes tomorrow for the National Defense Authorization. I do want to mention that. That is so important. Not only is it going to be the largest pay raise in over 20 years for our troops, but we're bringing back about $3.6 billion for the industrial defense base in our St. Louis region alone. F-15s and the JDAMs and all sorts of things that we're doing in terms of the Stingray refueling drones and such. So we have an industrial base along with Boeing that work hard and employ a lot of people and keep our country safe and our military strong. So that we will get done. I've got a couple great amendments in there. One that also will require the Department of Defense to, when they have to do educating of members of our armed forces on trafficking issues, that they also are going to have to speak with them about combating child sexual abuse and exploitation. I got that in, along with a Maritime Act that deals with the Abraham Accords in the Middle East. So we have I've got some personal wins in here that I think are great for our country and nation, and then our local wins. So National Defense Authorization tomorrow. We'll do the impeachment inquiry vote with a few more suspension votes today. But we're going to do what we can to get it done, and then we're going to be moving into January with appropriations and a lot of other things to do. So never a dull moment here. We have been in, Annie, for 14 weeks. Without, if you carve out Thanksgiving, we did get to come home for Thanksgiving week, and where I cooked and cleaned and shopped and did it all, and but we've been in for 14 weeks, and it's been long, and a 2-seat majority. You're right, it's tight. So.
Yeah, there's no room for error, and we are grateful that you are there advocating on behalf of your district here as we sit in District 2 in Missouri. Ann Wagner, the people are showing up right now at Ruler Foods, and
that's great.
People, the people who you serve here in this district are wonderful. We're grateful to spend the time with them and get it done in Washington, D.C., and then get home for the holidays as soon as you
bet. We're on it. Thanks. It's great to be with you. Thanks for what you're doing.
Thank you for being with us. We appreciate that as well. Congresswoman Ann Wagner, Missouri's 2nd District Congressional Representative, with us here on the Annie Frey Show right there. Real quick before we go to a break, Ryan, you know that this is a food drive for the food bank and not for you. What have you acquired here from listeners who just can't get themselves enough Wiggins in the last segment while I was talking about things like the National Defense Authorization Act and immigration and impeachment? What did you do?
Well, I was just saying hi and telling people what I liked in the store.
And you got?
I got sour neon gummy worms, and I got a box of oatmeal cream pies.
A whole box. And who gave you those?
Quick Rick.
Man, he was quick about it too.
Yeah, he was super fast as usual. Barely even see him. He looks like the Flash. But there have been, while you were talking to Ann Wagner, there have been so many people. I think people are trying to get in before 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Before the supermarket sweep, which, by the way, if you're listening to us and you're like, I can't make it before 2, it's okay if you want to stop by and donate either food or cash or check or whatever, because we'll still make sure all of that food gets to the food bank.
Yeah, we're gonna shop at 2 o'clock with what cash donations that we have so far. If you come by after 2 o'clock, we will do another shopping trip before we hand everything over to the St. Louis area food bank. more carts coming in, filling up the bins that we have here with food and the cash. We got $1,000 from Ruler Foods themselves, seed money, to get us as close to we can as last year's goal. We had, I think, 2,000. It was just short of 2,000 last year. It was like 1,800 or something like that.
That sounds about right.
I think. And we are going to have a link that you can use to donate to the St. Louis Area Food Bank. I'm going to give that to you a little bit later in the show. And then I think we're going to ride that out through possibly Friday. I got to see what the end time is on that. Please join us in supporting the St. Louis Area Food Bank. We're at the West Clay Street in St. Charles, Missouri, Ruler Foods. We've met so many of you. We look forward to the breaks because we get to meet even more of you. And so we're going to take a quick break right now and say hello to some folks, and then we'll get back here and resume the show. Streaming live everywhere we normally stream, on the Odyssey app, as well as on the Annie Frey YouTube channel and Annie Frey Show Facebook, Rumble, Twitch, Twitter. And we want to make sure that while you're joining us on the Annie Frey YouTube channel, you vote in today's YouTube live chat poll. Haven't mentioned it yet. I think Ryan mentioned it one time. Will President Joe Biden pardon Hunter Biden? Yes or no? Go tell us what you think on the Annie Frey YouTube live chat poll. We'll be back right after this. Don't go away.
One in the park as well, the sturdy kind that doesn't mind the snow. It's beginning to look a lot
This
like
is the
Christmas.
Annie Frey Show. Find the podcast, on-demand audio, and more at 971talk.com/Annie.
Thing that will make them ring is a carol that you sing right within your heart.
Has anyone ever taken the time to help you at a point in your life when you were in desperate need? How did that make you feel toward the person that helped you? The word gratitude comes to mind. Hi, I'm Martin Winslow, founder and president of Bethlehem Christian Academy. Through the years, I've met so many children that have gratitude toward those who helped them through their child sponsorships. Currently, BCA has 2,000 students spread over 4 countries, full of children filled with gratitude toward those who've helped them. But there continues to be great need. BCA's ministry is transforming lives by feeding and educating poor and orphan children in some of the poorest places in Africa and South Asia. Here's how you can help. For just $36 a month, you can offer these kids hope of a better future, but more importantly, give them the opportunity to learn about Jesus. You can also join us on a mission trip to one of our several school locations overseas and meet the child you sponsor. Remember that feeling of gratitude you had toward the person who helped you out? Wouldn't you like to pass that feeling on to someone else? To find out more about how you can get involved with BCA's ministry, please visit bcaministries.com. That's bcaministries.com.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-631-5533. That's 1-800-631-5533. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-631-5533. That's 1-800-631-5533.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
Are you ready to smell better naked? I'm Dr. Shannon Klingman, the OBGYN creator of Lumi, the whole body deodorant that's clinically proven to control odor for 72 hours on pits, feet, privates, and beyond. It's pH optimized to safely and effectively control odor anywhere you have it, but wish you didn't. Plus, it's proven to work better than a shower with soap alone. Whether you shower twice a day or 3 times a week, Lumi works better. And who doesn't want zero body odor? With over 200,000 5-star reviews, I'm so sure you're going to love it, or you can return it for free.
There's a special offer for listeners. Use code 800 and get an extra $5 off a Lumi starter pack that comes with a solid stick, cream tube, free product of your choice, and ships free with code 800. LUME deodorant.com, code 800 for an extra $5 off a Lumi starter pack. Love it or return it for free. That's LUME deodorant.com.
Your search for a senior living community is over. Check out the newly constructed Hampton Manor of Wentzville, just north of Highway 70 at the Lake St. Louis exit. You can check them out online right now. Set your appointment at wentzvilleassistedliving.com.
How would
would you like to make no mortgage payments for 2 months? Are you tired of making minimum payments on high-interest credit cards? Is student loan repayment giving you the blues? Your home equity is at an all-time high. Use that equity to save hundreds every month. Call 314-567-GOLD now and give yourself a payment break. That's 314-567-GOLD. Or visit goldenoaklending.com. NMLS 114937.
Hey, just a reminder that we're giving away another pack. I'm being shaken. Why is this happening? It feels like there's an earthquake, but I think it's just Annie pressing my chair. The Cardinals 12 Days of Christmas giveaways continue today. We'll do that in the 2 o'clock hour, so stay tuned for that. The Annie Frey YouTube live chat poll. No, sorry. Will President Joe Biden pardon Hunter Biden? I'm doing this for your show. It is literally the host of the show sabotaging the time check. No, the time is 1:47. Thank you. This time check is sponsored by Jerry Kelly.
Would you be professional just for once?
It's time for a $98 furnace tune-up.
Conservatives care, supporting SSM Health Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital. Join us by attending the Give Back Trivia Night on January 5th, hosted by Mark Reardon, or donate at 971talk.com/events.
Oh yeah, candles burning low, lots of mistletoe, lots of snow and ice everywhere we go. Choir singing carols right outside my door. All of these things and more.
This is the Annie Frey Show.
That's what Christmas means.
Find the podcast, on-demand audio, and more at 971talk.com/Annie.
So you feel like today?
No.
You can't juggle two things.
Yes, I can. That's all I can do.
No, you got to
It's
juggle
called
more.
juggling. See?
No, it's not. That's called playing catch with yourself.
Yeah. I like to play with my... Don't say that, Ryan. Hey.
We are at the Ruler Foods in St. Charles, and we are raising your food donations. We've got cash donations. We have check donations that have come in so far today, and I'm definitely feeling the love with you all in St. Charles and beyond. People have come from Illinois to come see us here at St. Charles. And it's so amazing to be out with you and be blessing people with you. That's what this is all about. It's what the holiday season is about. It's what small government is all about. That might sound crazy, but yeah, we can help one another without having to have somebody come in and tell us how we're going to do it. You can show up. You can put a canned good in this bin that we have sitting right over here. It's filling up as we speak. And Ryan Wiggins is 10 minutes away from Supermarket Sweep Part 2.
Well,
Are you excited?
Yeah, I think that's why so many people have dropped by in the last 10 to 20 minutes, is because they are getting their donations in. Everybody wants to be a part of Supermarket Sweep, so
How's
that's
it
going to
going?
be fun. It's going great. We've been deluged here in the last
Big
20
word.
minutes or so. Let me just say thanks to a few people here. Jim, Steve, Carl from Chesterfield. However, it would be really fun if you were from St. Charles, so I could say Carl from St. Charles.
He's in St. Charles.
He's in St. Charles. Carl in St. Charles.
That's just how you identify
Jim
everybody now.
in St. Charles. Steve in St. Charles.
These aren't even real people. These are just names he knows.
These are people who I assume live in St. Charles.
Yeah.
Tony, I'm making this. Joe and Paul just stopped by and gave $50 each.
Wow.
Mike just did 100. Another Mike just donated. Wayne, Daniel, Chuck from the band Legend 77.
They said they were a, what did they say? Leonard Skinner tribute
cover band.
Oh,
Or
man.
tribute band. I don't know which.
Tribute.
If it's the same thing.
Is there a difference?
One would
Tribute and
one would be
cover?
strict covers.
And then the other
Tribute
one
would be
isn't
in
like
the spirit of
isn't that an impersonation? Like if you're a tribute band, like if you were a Kiss tribute band, you would dress up like Kiss and perform. You just wouldn't do their songs. So it's almost like in character.
Okay, so you do other people's songs dressed as Kiss.
Yeah, you basically impersonate the band and do their songs.
I don't know about you guys, but I don't feel like we know what we're talking about.
Nope,
we don't.
Just
But we
making
think
it up
it'd
as
be
we
really
go.
cool if somebody dressed up like Kiss
Well,
and did some T-Swift.
That dude was cool because he had a jacket with the band name on it. And he's
Yeah, he
like,
did. He
"Yeah,
was
I'm
for
from
sure
Legend
legit.
77." So Chuck dropped by. Thanks for that. Quick Rick.
Look at
Dawn,
this.
Carl.
Putting cash in front of your face as we speak.
What is that, Wayne? Wayne, thank you, man. Thank you.
In St. Charles.
Wayne in St. Charles.
Yeah.
Incredible. And Joe just dropped off a gift of $500. Amazing. I mean, there's been people just like, here's $7. Here's $17. One guy just dropped off because they weren't really planning on it. They're just here. And then Joe Gordon is his name. Dropped off $500. The flooring store since 1989 is his business, apparently. So that's cool. Thank you.
He dropped off jar openers.
Yeah.
That's for you in case there's not a man around.
That's when I can't open these oatmeal cream pies. Open the jar open. How am I supposed to get the jar opener out of the package if I can't?
That's a whole different level.
This is a paradox.
Ryan, if you're trying to open that package as a jar, you're doing it wrong. It's a plastic bag, my guy.
So you're going to go into the store here in about 8 minutes, and you are going to supermarket sweep. Protein, I think, is going to be our key goal.
Okay.
We got to find out how much money we have to spend. Ruler Foods, which is sponsoring this whole opportunity. We did this last year. It was wildly successful. We are doing it this year. It's already wildly successful. And we are going to go into the store, and Ruler Foods said, yeah, come out to our store. We'll host you. Oh, and here's $1,000 in gift cards to start your shopping expedition there. And we are on our way. So we've got cash that's been dropped off that we're going to use to shop in Ruler Foods. We've also gotten multiple checks that have been dropped off that are made out to St. Louis Area Food Bank. So it's going to go straight to the food bank. And in the 2 o'clock hour, I am going to give you a link where you can start to donate to this food drive if you can't make it out to us. But we do want to see you. We do want you to come out and say hello and participate in it because it's a really fun event. Yeah, lots still left in the show today. The YouTube live chat poll: will President Joe Biden pardon Hunter Biden? Real quick before we go, Brad, in your opinion, is there going to be a pardon for Hunter Biden from?
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Definitively yes.
Yes, because he's going to be found guilty because he dodged tax charges, and there's no way Joe's going to let Hunter go to prison. They call him a loving father, but he's a bad father, and a bad father will let his son avoid that punishment.
Shots fired. I don't know if I agree with the last part. I don't know that he would be a bad father if you pardoned him. He would be a bad president, but I think he already is. Does he pardon him?
No, he doesn't pardon him because swamp's going to swamp and nothing will happen to him. I really, really don't think anything will happen to Hunter Biden of any sort of consequence. I do believe that this will be a story that will continue to be in the headlines for the next 12 months. But after that, it goes away, nothing happens, and he walks. So I don't even think he'll need a pardon.
Here come more bags. More bags into the green bin. Hi. What was that? You talk to her. And I'm going to ask Leah the important question.
Uh-oh.
Will President Joe Biden pardon Hunter Biden? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
I'm with you, Leah. I think absolutely yes. Who is that? Who are we giving a shout out to?
Okay. Hey, Morgan.
Morgan.
Hey,
Morgan.
wave if you can hear us. Morgan.
Is that a kid?
Yeah.
Awesome.
14.
Hi, Morgan. 14?
Yeah.
Almost 15, which means she's almost 16. That could be her car when she's driving in.
There's like a 7-second delay, so she's hearing all this right now.
That's awesome. I appreciate everybody who's coming out. Again, Ruler Foods in St. Charles.
They hit their brakes.
Is she going, Mom?
I can't tell.
She seemed excited.
I need to know, did Mom act like Morgan wanted us to be saying hi to her?
No, she snuck up and
or
she
did
put food in here, and then she goes, say hi to Morgan. I said, who's Morgan?
It doesn't matter.
She's right there. She's 14. I said, make sure the radio's on.
Yeah.
And so she did.
Because there's two kinds of things that moms do. The love of a mother, which is my daughter would love to hear her name be said on the air, Morgan. Hi, Morgan. And the other thing is I would love to watch my daughter hear her name be spoken on 97.1. Do it. And I am both of those moms. So I am there with her and Morgan, thank you. And your wonderful, beautiful mother for coming and making it that donation. Stick with us in the 2 o'clock hour. We are going to take Ryan Wiggins into the store and he is going to spend, it's a lot of money. You got a lot of money to spend.
Yeah, it's really it's actually going to take a few minutes to calculate everything because it has been nonstop since we started at 12.
We're going to get a camera on him so that as long as the Wi-Fi supports us, we're going to follow him into the store, and you're going to be able to watch him supermarket sweep with the donations that Ruler Foods has provided us, $1,000 plus the cash that has been walking in the store all day long. West Clay Street in St. Charles, Ruler Foods. Once again, the 97.1 audience shows up with great impact. We are so grateful to be a part of this 97.1 family with you. We are so appreciative of you, and we look forward to another hour of this. So stick around. Morning Fry Show in just a few minutes.
That's what Christmas means to me.
Mark Cox here. Selecting the right real estate agent to sell your home is the single most important factor when selling a house. Imagine needing heart surgery. Would you choose a surgeon who performs hundreds of successful surgeries a year, or one with minimal experience and mediocre success rates? Selling your home is like doing open heart surgery on your finances. That's why I recommend you call Gloria Liu with your home sold guaranteed realty and get to know her like I have. Gloria will give you multiple selling options when selling your home. For 20 years, she's been helping home sellers just like you get the most money for their home. Listen, experience, a proven track record, and guarantees matter when you're relying on an agent to get you the most money in the least amount of time. Selling your home, there's only one call you should make. Call Gloria Liu at 314-325-6888. That's 314-325-6888, or visit GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. That's GloriaHasTheBuyers.com.
Conditions apply. Gloria and seller must agree on price and possession date.
Stop everything you're doing right now and ask yourself, are you currently receiving steady paychecks? What about when you're retired? Will you receive a monthly check to cover your expenses and also have some fun? Marvin Mitchell and the team at Compass Retirement Solutions calls this mailbox money. It's a monthly check you'll receive throughout retirement. They don't want you to worry about if the money will show up or how much money you'll receive. The only thing they want you to think about is how to spend it when it arrives. Find out how to get enough money in your mailbox every month when you're retired. Call Marvin Mitchell and the Compass Retirement Solutions team at 314-373-1598 to start working on a plan that can help you create the monthly income you'll need in retirement. Call 314-373-1598 right now and schedule a visit with Compass Retirement Solutions. 314-373-1598. Firm offers insurance services, investments, and services offered through Compass Retirement Group, a registered investment advisory in Missouri and Illinois.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-652-5241 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-652-5241. That's 800-652-5241. What do you have to lose? Call 800-652-5241. Again, 800-652-5241.
KFTK FM Florissant. From the Under Law Injury Lawyers, GetJim.com studio, 97.1 FM Talk. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Tension between the White House and Israel. Lisa Brady, Fox News. The day after President Biden suggested during a campaign fundraiser that indiscriminate bombing is beginning to cost Israel global support.
He was expressing concerns that we continue to see civilian casualties in Gaza.
National Security Council spokesman John Kirby says they expect Israel to do what they say they'll do,
which is to continue to go after the terrorist leaders and to do so in a way that minimizes civilian harm. As I said in my opening statement, as the president said, that's their intent. And it's important that the results match that intent.
Kirby sidestepping a question on whether the president believes bombing in Gaza has been indiscriminate. Israeli Defense Forces spokesman Lieutenant Colonel Jonathan Conricus telling Fox News,
I think that a lot of what's being mentioned in the media is a lot of talk in order to fill airtime. At the end of the day, We know what we're doing. We know that we're fighting according to humanitarian law.
He says U.S. support on the battlefield for dismantling Hamas is unequivocal. Attorneys for former President Trump are asking an appeals court to tap the brakes on a trial over charges of trying to overturn the 2020 election as a special counsel tries to avoid delays.
The attorneys argued to the D.C. Circuit Appeals Court they believe prosecutors want to convict the former president and current GOP presidential frontrunner before an election. Special counsel Jack Smith has asked the D.C. court to address the appeal quickly. He's also asked the U.S. Supreme Court to take up the Trump matter in its current term, not the next, which starts a month before the 2024 election.
Fox's Gernal Scott, the question in the appeal is whether the former president has immunity. Separately, the Supreme Court agrees to hear appeals from several defendants over one of the Capitol riot charges, obstruction of an official proceeding, which is also one of the charges against Trump. America is listening to Fox News.
Oh, this cold.
Honey?
Honey?
Honey, you need DayQuil Severe Honey.
DayQuil Severe Honey gives you powerful cold and flu symptom relief with a honeylicious taste, because life doesn't stop for a cold.
Okay, I'm ready to go.
Now I'm getting a cold.
Honey.
Try DayQuil Severe Honey for powerful cold and flu relief. DayQuil Severe with honey flavor. The daytime coughing, aching, stuffy head, fever, honeylicious, power through your day medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
With the holidays upon us, the increase in traveling, shopping, and connecting online also heightens the need to protect your identity and finances with LifeLock. Identity thieves see this time of year as an opportunity to drain your accounts, open new loans in your name, and damage your financial future. LifeLock detects and alerts you to threats you might miss on your own. Don't let the busy holiday season catch you off guard. Save up to 25% off your first year with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com.
Air Comfort Service, heating, cooling, and insulation. Weather.
Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
Still dealing with a very quiet atmosphere as we go through our Wednesday afternoon. More in the way of sunshine. It's chilly and 48 degrees. Tonight, clear and cold. A quick drop out of the 40s for any evening plans. Bundle up. 28 for the low. Thursday, lots of sunshine, 52. Friday, partly to mostly cloudy skies and 52. This is 97.1 FM Talk. Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
Jewels on Hampton and St. Louis Hills is paying some of the highest prices on gold, silver, diamonds, semi-precious colored stones, coins, flatware, and fine watches on site. Jewels on Hampton is a premier jeweler featuring Alvanza's jewel art designs with an exquisite selection of diamonds, semi-precious stone jewelry, and vintage watches. Their expert design team can restyle your jewelry to today's contemporary style. They also do jewelry and watch repair. Need extra cash? Jewels on Hampton is paying some of the highest prices on gold, silver, diamonds, semi-precious colored stones, coins, flatware, and fine watches. Bring in your collectibles and clocks and sports memorabilia and figurines too. Jewels on Hampton, 4506 Hampton, just 3 blocks south of Chippewa, and jewelsonhampton.com. Call them at 314-752-5000, 314-752-5000, and jewelsonhampton.com. Jewels on Hampton.
I was having a lot of sinus infections. My sinuses were clogged, pressure, headaches.
Linda suffered for years with chronic sinus infections.
You don't feel like doing anything. When you feel like your head is completely clogged, all you want to do is just lay down and sleep. And the pressure, it's just not fun, always walking around with a headache.
Now her issues are gone. How? A minimally invasive procedure done in the office of St. Louis Sinus Centers called balloon sinuplasty.
I really did not know what it was like to feel like you're really breathing and not being so clogged up. I would do it again in a heartbeat, and I would definitely recommend it for someone else.
Do you suffer with chronic sinus infections, facial pain, pressure, congestion? Find out if balloon sinuplasty is the solution for you. Set an appointment today with St. Louis Sinus Centers. Call 314-332-2885. 314-332-2885. That's 314-332-2885.
When it comes to finding the perfect grill, family-owned and operated Cotton's Ace Hardware has you covered. Get free delivery and free fuel on any grills over $300, and free assembly and haul away of your old grills with the purchase of a new one. With a selection from Weber to Traeger and your local retailer of the Big Green Egg, Cotton's Ace Hardware makes it easier than ever to replace your old grill. Let Cotton's Ace Hardware make your family barbecue more enjoyable with that one-of-a-kind grill you've been looking for. Find your nearest St. Louis area location at cottonsace.hardware.com.
Some parts need the gentle, easy trim of a Gillette trimmer, and some need the closeness and comfort of Gillette Intimate Razor, while others need a Gillette Anti-Chafe Stick. Gillette Intimate, the best a man can get. Buy now.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertisements.
STL Today is named Under Law 2023's best St. Louis law firm. We'll continue to make a difference, one case at a time.
When you're injured, call Onder Law at 314 or 618-9000000.
You're here to connect and to know. We're here to deliver the world, the country, and the community.
Your home for conservative talk.
This hour of the Annie Frey Show is brought to you by Ruler Foods. Low prices, no coupons. Ruler Foods.
That is exactly what I needed to hear.
Thank God someone here knows what you're talking about.
That's us. That's right. Gotta love this American ride.
You need to take the time and get the full picture.
Come on, turn the radio on. It's Saturday and I won't be long.
Don't get me wrong. I love the ladies. I mean, they rip my engine, but they don't belong in the newsroom. It is Anchor Man, not Anchor Lady.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
Goodness sake, kid. Keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Frey Show.
What a beautiful Wednesday afternoon here in St. Charles, but I'm pretty sure wherever you are listening to us right now in the bi-state region, gorgeous outside, and it is warm and cozy right here in the foyer of Ruler Foods in West Clay Street in St. Charles, because we have been raising funds all afternoon and raising donations for the St. Louis area food bank. We've got a few bins filling up here this year. We need more people to come out. We need more donations, and we want to show up big on behalf of the Annie Frey Show and 97.1. So we need you to do that. But I am holding in my hand right now a wad of cash that is a significant amount of cash, and Ryan Wiggins has counted it multiple times and gets different numbers every time.
As did Brad.
As did Brad.
Don't say that. We need to inspire confidence.
In whom?
In us.
And you?
I'm going to be doing the shopping, so we need to get an exact count here, and we haven't been able to do it. We don't. Our commercial breaks are too short. We need to lengthen the commercial breaks.
No one.
It's just hard to count when you have to leave your shoes on in a public area.
What are you talking about?
I need fingers and toes.
Oh.
Yeah,
it didn't register.
It was getting weird.
I mean, you can take your shoes off.
He was doing it outside.
Yeah.
He was kind of washing.
Yeah. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to count and check both Brad and Ryan's math on this wad of cash that I am holding right now. And Ryan, you're going to talk to us about what your philosophy is going into the supermarket sweep. We have $1,000 to start with from Ruler Foods that they donated to this cause so that Ryan could go shopping with it. And Leah literally just said, she goes, so what am I supposed to do? Just chase you with a camera? And Ryan's like, yep.
Yeah. Keep up. Because,
so what are you thinking?
So here's how you do it. I discovered this last year because I had never done it before. What you have to do is go in with the whole arm out thing doesn't work. You'd think pushing a cart right next to the shelves and then just running with your arm out would be the way to do it, the fastest. If you're on a game show, that's how I would think you'd want to do it. The problem is you are behind the cart. So as you run with your arm out, everything falls off into your own lap. It doesn't fall into the cart. I tried that and I didn't break anything because those bottles were made of plastic. They did hit the floor. Because I thought that would be fun. It
Did you
was
feel
not
powerful?
No, because every idea I had was thwarted by reality. So this
Did they make
year,
it look easier on TV?
They really do.
Did the TV add 5 pounds?
Oh gosh, yeah. The radio adds 10 pounds. So
especially when you sit here with a pile of oatmeal cream pies in front of you.
When you bill
and
yourself
gummy
as
worms.
the guy who loves to eat anything.
Yeah. Everybody walks in and hands Wiggins food.
Yeah, it's great. So it's a kind of reputation you want to have, and I highly recommend it if you're looking for a career in radio. But for today, I am just going to go in there, and they said last year, so we're going to do the same thing. We're going to focus on proteins because typically the foods that are donated are more like carbs and vegetables because we eat a lot of canned goods and soups and stuff like that, which are all great and all very, very edible and good for the food bank. However, beans and peanut butter and meats that are canned or boxed that I can find, I'm going to try to focus on those a little bit more because not often do we have, $1,900, maybe a little bit over that, to go spend on
What number did you think we had?
Spree. I thought we were about $20 short of 2,000.
Brad, what did you think we had?
I had 965 as the number.
She got a different number. She's
100,
at like 4,000.
200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need $5.
Okay.
We're not doing this until we have $2,000.
Yeah, it was hard because
and I
people are still
literally,
donating.
Brad and I both looked for cash and we donated everything we had, which was I think $22.
Yeah, I have $2.
Okay. All right. I will make up the gap if nobody walks in before I go on the spree. But that's if I have the cash. I haven't looked in my wallet yet. I don't know if I can say that or not.
So we have $995 right now. Oh, look at this. A huge and protein. Fantastic. Thank you, sir, so much.
Spaghettis, carrots, and beans.
Delicious. We also have $1,000 to start here with Ruler Foods. So we have $1,995. And last year, I don't think we made it to $2,000 on the cash
No, we
donations.
didn't. I think it was in the 1,800s.
So I want to say that we did 2.
That'd be awesome.
And
all right, we'll wait.
We will wait. And if I have to go to the ATM after this broadcast is over,
but
yeah, I will go to the ATM with Ryan's card and make a huge, very generous donation because that's the type of guy he is.
Yeah, I'm just the kind of guy who gives my debit card to anybody who asks.
I did give you my debit card before.
That's true. Make a Starbucks run.
Yeah, and then you didn't use it.
So, wait a second. You know how we were just talking about?
What do we got? Oh my God, there's $100 bill. Hey! We didn't even get his name.
What was your name?
What's your name, Mister in St. Charles? What is it? Dave.
Dave
in St. Charles, everybody.
Yay.
All right, now we can turn you loose. So you need to join us on the Any Fry YouTube channel. And Leah, are you prepared for this?
I'm ready.
How fast are you? What do you
Faster
think?
than Ryan.
Oh.
Well, we'll see.
Oh, thank you.
I'm not.
Thank you. Another $10. Thank you so much.
I don't necessarily think that's true, but we'll find out. Like, if you can't watch me do this, then you'll know how fast I am compared to Leah.
It's because you're hiding. I think he's behind the peanut butter.
You know what I'm going to do? Is I don't think Ruler has any of these, but if they do have one of those clothes racks, I'm going to get in the middle of it, like when I was a kid.
So did we talk strategy, legit strategy of what we're going to spend on this? You're going for specifically?
I always start with peanut butter because it's good protein and it's easy to grab a lot of.
It's also something that is expensive that when people go to make donations, they want to give as much as they can.
Yeah.
So you buy a lot of canned goods. They need that. That is a good donation. Right. But it's something that what Ruler Foods told us last year was kind of overlooked.
Right.
Does he want a picture?
Yeah,
with
we're
everyone?
doing pictures.
Everybody smile. Yeah. Hey,
live.
He just put a whole bunch of the great stuff in the
I hope it's one of those pictures that has just a little bit of movement before the picture strikes.
Yeah.
Like on Apple phones.
We're going to do, thank you so much, sir. That was very generous of you. Do you want to do the emotional intelligence, wrap up the emotional intelligence
Sure.
Against America that you had?
Sure. Just a couple more. Now, these are...
You know it's legit because it's from Harvard, and Ryan thought, what would people like to hear on the Andy Fry Show?
Well, yeah, it's a Harvard psychologist saying that these are phrases that if you use these, or really if you approach politics, religion, life, relationships with this mindset, that maybe you need to rethink it because you are emotionally unintelligent. That's what they said. That's what they said.
We're trying to find out if we're emotionally unintelligent.
Yeah, and we were kind of half and half. Here's one. Your feelings are irrational. Have you ever now this is much more of a personal than it is.
I was gonna say I think everybody has had irrational feelings
in the public square, but have you ever thought or said that in the midst of a heated moment or argument?
Oh yeah.
Oh, to somebody.
Yeah, to
Oh
somebody.
no, I've never said. I've thought it to myself like Brad. this is an irrational feeling.
Oh,
Well, to
to
yourself.
yourself.
Yeah.
That's super emotionally intelligent.
Yeah.
We're talking about like you're talking to Mrs. Range and she is not making sense. And so your response is to her,
No.
you have irrational feelings.
No. I am no. My wife is loving and understanding, and she wouldn't be in that moment.
And it appears as though she's listening.
Yeah. No kidding.
She's back at work today.
Oh, but she's going to be on the podcast.
She let me have it for that
the year?
Yeah, for messing up my heart attack versus my anniversary.
Be confused too.
That was rough. I didn't get to listen to the whole show. I was like, oh. And then she's like, but I heard that part. And I was like, oh.
Man, you got me.
I've never said your feelings are irrational, but I have thought and maybe even said in the midst of maybe like a heated moment, you know what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ride this out. because things are a little bit too heated, a little too hot in the kitchen right now. I think I'm going to step into the foyer.
No, you can't say that to somebody.
Yeah.
You can't say that to somebody and expect the conversation to progress in a productive way. Leah, have you ever told someone that their feelings are irrational?
No.
Has anybody ever had someone tell you that their feelings are irrational?
I don't think so.
Have I ever told you that, right?
Actually, if anybody has, it would have been you.
No.
I don't know that anybody's ever said that to me. And just to catch you up, the other ones we did during the first hour, if you weren't listening, were "You're just wrong," "I can't forgive you," and then "I'm not changing. This is who I am." And then we just followed that up with "Your feelings are irrational." Let me add this one to the list. "Stop being crazy."
These are all like death wishes, especially early in marriage. After you've been married for a while, that you say that, and then the response you get is, "I'll show you crazy," and then you see what crazy looks like.
So instead of saying "stop being crazy," what to say instead is, quote, "I understand you're really struggling right now. Although I hear that you're upset with me, I think that your reaction may have more to do with your past than it does with what I'm doing right now. Do you think that's true?" That's the suggested
I don't think
response.
that works either. Because you definitely sound patronizing when you say that. It's like, what was it?
No kidding. In the midst of this emotional moment, you stop and go, "I think that your reaction may have to do more with your past than it does with what I'm doing right now. Do you think that that's true?" I just want to punch you in the face.
Yeah,
after
you're
that.
like, "Listen, buddy, I know you're having some big emotions right now."
Yeah, right. Right.
$60 here from Fred, who just stopped by.
Thank you, Fred.
Said he didn't know where Ruler Foods was, had to look it up, and he said it's the power of advertising. And so
you know what?
We
never mentioned the guy at the beginning of the show before we went on at noon who came and said, "I have never been to Ruler Foods. This is the first time in my life, and you guys were going to be here. And so here I am. I'm going to shop for the first time." That was cool.
Scooter says in this chat, people tell me my feelings are irrational every day for my own good. Scooter, we're sorry.
How about this one, Scooter? "It's your fault I'm feeling this way." This one I think really you can apply this to politics. You can apply it to the way people approach the world, that they don't take responsibility for their own actions or feelings or situation.
Well, this is gaslighting 101 right here. You know, it's your fault I'm feeling this way. Why do you make me do this? And no.
I'm trying to think of, that would never be something that I would say to somebody, but I'm trying to think of a application of that where, let me put it to you this way. In my mind, I get to choose how I feel about things. Like I can permit feelings or I can suppress feelings. And maybe if you're feeling it, you got to see it head on and address it, but move past it. But that it's always a choice to, like, if something's making me angry, I need to look at that thing and say, no, I want to be angry about this. I should be angry about this. But I don't know if like putting it on someone else, that surrenders all the power that you have to control your emotions. So I can't really think of a time where I would say something like that. Leah, do you have experience? What was the phrase again? It's your fault.
It's your fault I'm feeling this way.
I do not, thankfully.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like you said, it's gaslighting, and thankfully I don't have people talk to me like that.
No bueno.
It says our emotions are not someone else's responsibility to fix. I mean, this is like, let's teach people that.
Mm-hmm.
The last one on the list that I haven't said yet is, "I don't care how you feel." Again, it's hard to read these and go, you know what? Maybe I have said that. I don't remember whether I have, but it's definitely something that in the heat of a moment. And when I have kids now who are getting to be that age where they're starting to have the big feelings and they don't make sense and they don't even know why they're feeling a certain way, there's a temptation not to say that, but at least to go, why don't you just pause? And I don't know if that's the wrong decision.
Well, I think that in the world we live in today, I don't care how you feel is the wrong way to say it, but your feelings aren't the priority here is something that you have to necessarily say, especially to kids who are growing up. Like, if a kid comes up to you and say, they hurt my feelings. Well, if you punch them in the face, that's your feelings aren't the first, the first consideration here. We need to amend to the wounds of the person who you jacked in the face. So you do. I think it's important to tell children when you're raising them that your feelings are always valid. If you feel a certain way, it's okay to have all of those feelings, but your actions always have to be appropriate. And you can be angry with somebody and you can use angry words with somebody and that can be appropriate, but you can be angry with somebody and act on that anger and it can be very inappropriate. Your anger isn't what's inappropriate. It's what you choose to do with the anger. Same thing with love. Same thing with affection. All of these different types of things matter with how you feel inside. That's how you feel. You can't just wish away how you feel. You have to decide how you're going to address it and what you're going to do with it. And that's where your choice comes in.
Yeah. And orbiting between the kids to me is the big one that I've applied this to in situations like my 6-year-old says about my 9-year-old very often. Sinjin took this book from me and I'm so mad. And I'm like, well, I don't want you to be mad, but when were you reading the book? 2 days ago. Okay. So your emotions are incorrect. I'm not saying I don't care how you feel, but you're wrong. And let's establish the difference between right and wrong. And then let's feel what we feel within that. And let's just get over it.
I'm counting again. Hi. Oh, thank you so much, sir. We appreciate it very much. So thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Thanks to Jeff.
All right.
Jeff.
Set the table for us, Ryan.
All right. So I think what we're going to do here, right when we hit this break, is that I am going to take the totality of the donations that we've received. Now, we have a huge cart full, a mega cart, and maybe an extra box outside that are full of food already. And so thank you for that. But we're about to go to overflow mode here because I am going to take all this cash. I'm going to run to the store. I'm going to get as much food as I can with this money. I'm a frugal shopper, so
you're the best guy to do it.
I will be pretty good.
Ryan Wiggins at Ruler Foods, man.
Dude.
If you want to talk about how to save money on your grocery bill, he is the shaman of saving money at Ruler Foods.
I'm doing personal shopping now if you need any help.
The total that I have right now, and we're going to have one person check it before you go, is $1,168. That is cash donations today so far.
Okay.
We have $1,000 in gift cards that Ruler Foods has given us to start. So you have $2,168 to go into Ruler Foods in St. Charles.
Bravissimo!
And shop. We have, in addition to that, another $1,000 in checks that Ellen is here and she is holding that. So far we have raised bins full of food that people are dropping off and donated, and over $3,000 for the St. Louis Area Food Bank.
I forgot about the checks.
Yes.
That's right. Okay.
Over $3,000 so far.
Okay.
Way
awesome.
to go, guys.
Okay, I got to tell you, though, this is going to be hard. Going and spending this much money quickly is not easy to do.
We're going to not prioritize speed over sense.
I think
and by that
I
mean
have to do that.
SENSE.
Yeah.
Thank
Common
you.
sense.
Okay.
One more count, not you, Ryan.
Leah.
Oh, God. Ellen? No,
Okay.
Ellen, because
Yeah,
she is
that's
the
a good
Ruler
choice.
Foods count representative here. She shall count it, and you're going to want to stick around because on the YouTube live stream, Ryan Wiggins, you're about to take on Ruler Foods, or is
Okay.
Ruler Foods about to take on Ryan Wiggins? We shall see. Stick around. We'll be back with Morning Fry Show in just a minute.
I can hear them. I can hear them.
You're listening to The Annie Fry Show.
I can hear
Interact with Annie on Facebook. The Annie Fry Show.
Hey guys, Glover here from my friends at ThrottleNet.
so I'm so very proud to have represented the guys at ThrottleNet for all of these years. They are the IT geniuses. George and Mike are the owners. Fantastic guys. They can do all of your IT. They can do a portion of your IT. They have the best Apple support team. Their response time is under 2 minutes. Think about that, under 2 minutes. Something goes sideways with your IT, and they are solving your problem. And they're solving your problem within 2 minutes. Now, let's talk about cybersecurity. Most companies in St. Louis don't have cyber liability insurance. You get hit, you're on the hook, you're probably out of business. With ThrottleNet, if we represent you, we protect you. The first $500,000 that someone hits you for, which isn't going to happen, but if it does, we pay it. $500,000. That's what you're covered for with ThrottleNet. Go to throttlenet.com/DGS for all the information.
It's football season, and the NFL is in full effect on the free Odyssey app. We're heading into the final stretch of the regular season, and the playoff picture is starting to come into focus. Whatever team you're rooting for, the free Odyssey app has you covered with the local talk and your team's podcasts. Plus, listen to play-by-play of every Sunday night, Monday night, and Thursday night game from Westwood One. If you're looking for the NFL, it's all on the free Odyssey app. Download it today and search for your favorite team. That's AUDACY.
The IRS definitely ramped up operations since the pandemic slowed them down, and activity only increases from here. Hi, this is Lance Story with the Lance Story Law Firm. If you're currently under audit or you haven't paid your taxes in the past, now's the time to call the Lance Story Law Firm. The IRS has a published taxpayer bill of rights, which says you have the right to retain legal representation, because IRS problems are legal problems, and the Lance Story Law Firm focuses specifically on addressing IRS issues for our clients. It's all we do. We get out in front of the IRS, devise the best resolution plan, and work to make sure you're able to take advantage of every program you're qualified to receive. So before you send money to some out-of-town, high-pressure company, call the Lance Story Law Firm. We're local, located right here in St. Louis, or visit Lance, DRURYlaw.com to schedule your free consultation with your local tax resolution law firm, the Lance Story Law Firm, 314-260-6120.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
When you have Rhino Shield on your house, it does a couple of things for you. It beautifies the house and it protects it from the harshest elements. And boy, do we see those here in the greater St. Louis area. You get instant curb appeal. It will stick to anything. Rhino Shield is the answer, no matter whether you're painting a home or a church or a business or a condo, because it's 100% waterproof. It takes care of the outdoor maintenance on whatever is on the outside of your home. The brick, the block, aluminum, steel, stucco. They can put this on with the 2 to 3 coat process. They're there about a week, and they do a great job. A lot of businesses have done it in the area. Several Firestones have done that. Vantage Credit Union over the years. Harlan Packaging down in DeSoto. Call Darren today and schedule your free estimate. 877-25-RHINO. Easy to remember phone number. Or go online today at 877-25RHINO.com.
Del Walmsley and the Wealth Cycle. This is the wealth cycle that I've taught for 30 years. Buy one house, 10 houses, an apartment, 2 apartments, 8, 20, 500 units, 1,000 units, 2,000, 5,000 units. And as you keep putting the money and the profits back in, you become one of those rich people. And much quicker than you'd even believe.
Learn Dell's Wealth Cycle at GiveMeTotalFreedom.com. Use promo code 2023. Save 60%. Code 2023. GiveMeTotalFreedom.com. GiveMeTotalFreedom.com.
You're listening to the Annie Frey Show live from the Air Comfort Service Heating, Cooling, and Insulation Studio. Save up to 20% on a new HVAC system when you bundle it with attic insulation. 9 out of 10 homes are under insulated. For a free estimate on attic insulation, visit aircomfortservice.com.
You don't have to punch it in.
Beep, boop, beep, boop, boop.
You can just say it.
Hey, Alexa, hey, Siri.
Play 97.1 FM Talk. Available on your smart speaker any time of day. St. Louis's home for conservative talk.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where those treetops listen and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. The snow.
You're listening to The Annie Frey Show. Follow Annie on Twitter @Annie Frey Show.
Christmas.
Oh my gosh, this is one of my favorite times of the year. Ryan Wiggins is loose in Ruler Foods right now. Get on the Annie Frey YouTube live stream and watch this man go into town. He's putting sausage links by the case in the cart right now. He ran back out and goes, I need another cart. I'm going to need 20 carts.
Yeah.
As he's gone in there, we sent him in there with $1,168.
Yes.
Then somebody showed up with a 20.
Yes.
$1,188. And then since then, we've had 2 people come in with $50 bills. So now he's at $1,288. We have $1,000 in checks that were written directly to the St. Louis Area Food Bank. In addition to that, and $1,000 from Ruler Foods. So we have $1,000 going straight to the food bank, and we have almost $2,200 for him to be spending in there right now.
This is amazing. Yeah, and so we want to give a shout out to All Around HVAC who donated $50. They did that right as Ryan was already gone, right? That's why you had to run through the store to catch him.
Yeah, they were gone in the store, so I keep running in with $50 bills for them. So there's still time. There's still time to get the cash in. Thank you so much to everybody who has shown up today. Brad, you've done enough of these remotes now that you know how these things go, but this seems like a really special one, at least in my heart.
Yeah, this one's awesome. It's always awesome to see people come in. You see people that came in, they were just planning on coming in to donate. Some people just pop in. They're like, hey, I don't have a lot of time. Here's some money. But then you get other people that come in and they're like, wonder what's going on here. And that's kind of cool for me too, because they're like, what's going on? And then they figure out what's going on. And they're like, I want part of this. And then they go, they buy food or they donate money or whatever it is. And then they get in on the action as well. So yeah, this is really cool. You know what though, too? I'm also really proud of the 97.1 listeners.
Oh my gosh.
Like, you guys never disappoint us. And I'm going to let you in on a little secret here. Annie's always a little nervous when we go to do these things. She's like,
what if they don't like me?
She's like, will people show up? What if they don't show up? Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, Annie, come on.
Man,
it's the Fannies.
Every time. It's the Fannies. I did not come up with that name.
No, she did not.
For the record. I like to see the generosity this time of year. And I think I want to talk to you real quick now, Brad, about the Christmas special that we were putting together.
Yeah.
I've kind of tried to, as much as I can, possess and put a fence around the Christmas season, specifically the couple holidays, Christmas Eve and Christmas, because I love Christmas so much. I love to celebrate Christmas so much. And there's a really big opportunity to speak a specific message on those certain holidays. And I want the opportunity to do that if they'll bestow it upon me. Are we out of carts?
He needs quarters.
You got to use quarters to get carts here. I don't think I have any change.
I know I don't.
Hey, Luis, do you have any quarters? Luis has no quarters. Maybe we
quarter given.
Are they gonna check out as you go? You should be checking out as you go. Also, Leah, can I give you this $1,000 in gift cards that Ruler Foods gave us? You got that? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, go give them to Ellen. That'd be a great idea. What I was saying about the Christmas show is that there's a way you can handle it, and everybody has their own different way of handling that holiday. But I have a special, a thing that I want to do. It's a Christmas special that I want to do as kind of a gift to you, because you guys give us so much during the year, and I know a lot of us share that same love and affection for that Christmas holiday. Brad, when you put together that Christmas special, we've been going over it right now. I think it's a really neat gift for people to have in the background.
Yes.
You might not think that 97.1 is going to be the station that you're going to have on in the background on Christmas if people are coming and going in your house. But this is different.
So one of the things I want to this isn't politics that we're doing. This is Christmas. We're talking about, we do interviews. Annie and I have some interviews. We're going to do an interview with Leah in there. It's really a way for you to get to know us and, what our Christmas experiences were growing up.
Can I interrupt and say someone just drove by to hand Ryan a quarter?
I love it.
She had a cash. She got $20.25. Yeah, I don't want the cash. You need to go spend that.
Yeah, you got to spend that.
And a quarter. You keep that quarter for the next cart, Ryan Wiggins.
So we get this opportunity to talk about, what Christmas means to us and what Christmas was like growing up. we mix that in with songs. They're our favorite songs, some of the stuff that we picked out that we really, really like.
A lot of carols.
A lot of carols, a lot of traditional stuff. And then there's some other Christmas songs in there that are pretty cool that maybe you haven't heard before. And you're like, wow, I really like that song. So we're adding some of that in there. Ryan's got some of his own little skits. He does a VH1 style Mariah Carey special behind the music, which is amazing. And
I don't know if Luis, who is our remote tech, has ever listened to our show before, but I hope I hope you'll listen again when you're not being paid to be here.
Well, on Christmas Eve, Luis, we're going to be on air with this from like noon to midnight.
It's a retrospective on Mariah Carey and the Genesis. And I swear, I hope she never hears it because I think she will come after us. And I just want you to know, Mariah, I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah. And this is total just in fun.
Yes.
But also Ryan, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Ryan Wiggins actually wrote a letter to the Chipmunks because he wanted to sing in the group. And he's got record of that. He's got a recording of that. It's kind of cool how that worked out and what it worked out for him.
It's an actual, he did that for real?
Yeah.
I know that that's in there. I've never.
And narrates it. And
I think they've spent almost $1,300 so far.
This is amazing.
If you tune into the Annie Frey Show YouTube live stream right now, you can watch a live view of Ryan Wiggins in Ruler Foods. This is a great opportunity to see what Ruler Foods looks like and why I shop there regularly. My husband specifically shops there regularly. They have everything you need. They've got Kroger brands at Ruler Foods prices, but they also have all the name brands that you traditionally shop. So you can get a look at what Ruler Foods looks like, but you can also, he's literally running his hand down the shelves and knocking cans of beans. He's riding the cart through the store right now. What a day. This is a big moment for Ryan Wiggins. This is peak Ryan Wiggins. Throughout the course of the whole calendar year, he looks forward to this.
You know, like little kids grow up, like I grow up, I wanted to drive race cars, and I don't know what you wanted to do, but Ryan's like, I want to do a shop-a-thon. And
yeah, in Ruler Foods in St. Charles. Thank you so much to everybody who has shown up today, who has donated. We had a lot of people come by and say that they wanted to drop off cash instead of go shopping because they knew we were going to do this. So we are going to fill a lot of carts with the goods that they're purchasing right now, and it's because of you. And I can't stress this enough. It's something that I really want this message to hit home. And it's not just about the Christmas season. It's about any time that you see some need or you see some problem or concern that you have. We politically on the left and the right argue about the solution all the time, but we're upon 2024. It's going to be an election year. We're going to advocate for our people to win. The other side's going to advocate for their people to win. But the truth of the matter is, we cannot afford to wait for our guy or our girl to get in office for some problem to be fixed. And if you really are somebody who believes in small government, somebody who believes in retaining your tax dollars to yourself and not turning them over to the government so that you can, Ryan, so that you can have a program created to solve your problems. Those programs are never going to solve your problems. They're not going to get you into the position that you want to be in. But we have to, as conservatives, understand that that means that the responsibility is still ours to meet that need. Just because you don't want the government to do it via tax dollars, that need still needs to be met. We need to observe where people are hungry, where babies don't have diapers, where people need jackets this winter season. And we need to find those opportunities to show up and help. And if it's a $5 bill, if it's a can of black beans, if it's a car seat or some sort of, expense for a women's shelter because a woman chose to have a baby that maybe was unplanned, we have to show up. Stop waiting on the right politician to get in office, because guess what? The problems never get fixed if we always put it on them. It's a scapegoat. We have to show up. And boy, St. Charles, St. Louis, people coming from Illinois, you have so shown up today for us here on the Annie Frey Show and Ruler Foods to help the St. Louis Area Food Bank. It's an amazing thing to see, and it's an amazing, humbling thing to be a part of. And we are grateful for you. Let's take a quick break. We'll get an update. If you want to join us on the Annie Frey YouTube live stream right now, you can see, get away from the candy, Ryan Wiggins. Get away from the candy. They don't need the candy. Maybe a little candy. Go get that peanut butter. A whole team in here working hard to fill those carts with your generosity. We are so grateful. We'll be back in just a minute, wrapping up the show today here as we sit at Ruler Foods in St. Charles and West Clay Street. We'll be back in a minute.
The Annie Frey Show is streaming online. Watch us live on YouTube and subscribe.
We are out at Ruler Foods today, right now, and oh my gosh, the amount of savings that you can get when you shop for your groceries at Ruler Foods are fantastic. But we are seeing firsthand today that the savings are blessing those people within our own community. When you go to a Ruler Foods, if you want the name brands that you shop everywhere else, you're going to be able to find those name brands at your Ruler Foods. If you haven't come by yet, today's the day. Join us until 3 p.m. at the St. Charles Ruler Foods as we are bringing in as many donations as we possibly can for the St. Louis Area Food Bank. But make sure that you come out here and see the price savings for yourself. They also have Kroger brands, a really reliable line of store brands, Kroger brands at Ruler Foods prices. So you get to save even more. My family shops at Ruler Foods. There are tons of families that are coming here today that shop at Ruler Foods. Make yours next. Find the Ruler Foods closest to you if you don't come visit us in St. Charles at rulerfoods.com.
This is an important notice to consumers facing $10,000 or more in credit card debt, medical bills, or other unsecured debt. You may not be required to pay it all back because there are special programs now in effect that will significantly reduce the amount you will owe if you qualify. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. These programs, which the credit card companies like to keep secret, exist to aid American consumers struggling with overwhelming credit card debt by offering tremendous savings and real debt relief. Accredited Debt Relief has established a special hotline for you to call and learn what savings you qualify for. They've helped qualify consumers with over $1 billion in debt and are A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. So don't wait. Get the relief you need during these hard economic times. For this free information, call the Accredited Debt Relief Hotline now. Call 800-873-7171. 800-873-7171. 800-873-7171.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-652-5241 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-652-5241. That's 800-652-5241. What do you have to lose? Call 800-652-5241. Again, 800-652-5241.
The Annie Frey Show, 12 days of Cardinals mega giveaways.
You guys know what that sound means? Call in right now, 314-241-9797, and you can win a 5-game pack, Sunday Fun Day at the ballpark. This 5-pack includes tickets to 5 Sunday afternoon games. That number again is 314-241-9797. We're looking for caller number 16 in honor of Cardinals legend Ray Lankford and Cardinals legend Colton Wong. Again, that number is 314-241-9797. We're looking for caller number 16. Call now.
Don't miss this season's most sensational concert experience. Trans-Siberian Orchestra, live in concert. 2 shows. December 17th, Enterprise Center. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com. The ultimate holiday rock tradition that will leave the whole family amazed. Trans-Siberian Orchestra's The Ghosts of Christmas Eve. A portion of the proceeds benefit Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital.
I can see clearly now thanks to the doctors at Ophthalmology Associates. Doctors Greg Birdie, Ranjan Malhotra, Robert Brusati, Andy Royer, and introducing Samuel Berry. You can too. Call 314-966-5000 or check out youridoc.com. That's youridoc.com.
Annie Frey and the gang are currently out at Ruler Foods in St. Charles. They are collecting lots and lots of canned food right now. And Wiggins, if you are watching on the YouTube live chat, is currently on quite a rendezvous through the stores. So be sure and go and check out all of the amazing work that he is doing right now, collecting canned food, doing absolutely amazing stuff. We're about to wrap up the show here. The YouTube live chat poll is, will President Joe Biden pardon Hunter Biden? Yes or no? So be sure to go and vote as well. The time is currently 2:46. This time check and update is sponsored by Jerry Kelly Heating and Air Conditioning.
It's time for a $98 furnace tune-up.
The Mark Reardon Show.
Adam Schwadron, state representative. Should we tabulate votes electronically?
We need to still tabulate them electronically. If we want to know who the winner of an election is on election night, then we need to depend on those machines.
Weekdays from 3 to 6.
When I'm feeling blue and when I'm feeling low, then I start to think about the happiest man I know. He doesn't mind the snow and he doesn't mind the rain, but all December you will hear him at your window pane, singing again and again and again and again and again and again.
Christmas is a-comin' and the bells begin to ring. The holly's in the window and the birds begin to sing. Now don't take time to worry.
This is the Annie Frey Show. Follow Annie on Twitter at Annie Frey Show.
God bless you, gentlemen, God bless you. And the more you give at Christmas time, the more you get. Christmas.
Man, this song is going to make me get teary. I can't do this right now. Annie, you got 13 minutes. Just get through it. We just had a man whose name is Steve Thomas walk in here, and he said, how many days until Christmas? And it's the 13th, so that means what? Yep. 12 days?
Yeah.
And then he handed me $1,200 in cash.
Oh, my gosh. $1,200 in cash?
Yeah, in this envelope right here.
Oh, my.
I go, are you serious? He goes, yeah, open it up.
You guys are amazing.
So I went in there. Hi, nice to meet you. So I went in there and took that money into Ryan, and we're pretty close to raising $5,000. And Bing Crosby saying, God bless you. And it's just, I need more people on. Ethan, what do you think about this?
That is freaking awesome.
I'm having trouble trying to get my act together here.
That's absolutely amazing. I mean, it just goes to show that, you know, even with, you know, the world being in tough times and everything, it just, moments like this, days like this, proves that there are still people out there that are willing to give. They're willing to, you know, put others before them. And it's really encouraging. It really is for society to see stuff like this and people just going out. And I mean, $1,200, that is a ridiculous amount of money. So kudos to Steve for that. That's amazing.
And his heart has to be about exploding right now too. If you sitting there and think there's very little you can do in this world outside of helping other people that will just make you feel amazing. Man, Steve, I don't know if you're listening now, but thank you so much. That is an amazing thing you did. That is a good thing that you did. And we wanted to just, we're on radio and we're not allowed to be at a loss for words, but I am right there. I'm running out of words to describe my feelings because I'm not very good at describing emotions, but they're positive right now. So hi.
Hello.
They're just really positive emotions, and it's awesome to see what we can do and to be able to take what all you guys have come together to do and reach out and help a bunch of people. Thank you so much, guys, for participating in this. I know you guys always, we get you guys come up and they visit us and they're like, hey, thank you for all that you do. We can't do anything that we do without you.
Oh my gosh, I feel like thank you for what we do, man. I feel like crawling under the table because it's almost embarrassing to me to see what you guys do, because like you're saying, Brad, these people have kindness in their hearts, and some people have the ability to give. And in so many ways, sometimes you just need the right opportunity at the right time, and your heart overflows and you benefit. And I like what I said to Steve when he handed me that cash. I'm like, you are blessing so many people.
You're changing lives, literally changing lives. Yeah, you don't know what your donation is going to do, but there's a very real chance and a very real possibility that your donation is going to be that one little thing that gets these people back on their feet and gets them going again, helps them get through Christmas. I mean, there are families out there where the parents don't know how to tell their kids, I don't know if we're going to have food tonight. But because you guys come out and you do what you do and you give from the overflow that you have, that those kids are going to be able to eat tonight. Those parents aren't going to have to go home and tell their kids, I'm sorry, we don't have anything for you tonight. And it's just amazing to watch you guys come together and do what you do.
I'm posting on the Annie Frey YouTube channel right now, and I'm going to tweet it out here shortly at Annie Frey Show. Make sure. Thank you, Steve, so much.
Merry Christmas.
I'm going to put it on at Annie Frey Show on X. So come join me there. If you haven't, come follow us. We try to keep up with people as much as we can in all the different places. And we know that, Twitter might not be your thing. YouTube might not be your thing. Hopefully we catch you somewhere. But we have a fundraising page that is put up right now. It's through Just Giving. And I put it in the YouTube description of today's broadcast. I wanted people to come see us. I wanted people to donate with us while we were on the air right now, but I also wanted to make sure that we gave people opportunity to continue to come in and donate if they couldn't make it up here. And I'm proud to say that even on this thing that I haven't even really promoted yet, we have $178. We have a target of $1,000. I guess
going back out.
He needs another quarter to get in their cart. We have $178 raised on this online thing that is connected. This is going to go straight to the St. Louis Area Food Bank that we haven't even really mentioned on the air quite yet. Andrea, $40. Randall, $50. Megan says, love your show and thank you for making my days better. Merry Christmas, $25. Thank you, Megan, so much. Katie, count me in. I'm happy to help. $47.62. Jackie, $15. Oh, man, you guys are just amazing. And it is such an honor. I'll tell you this. I know the blessing that I have to be on this radio station with these people at this radio station, to have been with this radio station for quite some time now. That Steve Thomas's dump truck. Yeah, you honk your horn all you want to, Steve Thomas. We're so grateful for you. You made me cry on the air, and that does not happen very often. I'll tell you that. This is a blessing that has been bestowed upon me. And I know that every day that I get to do this is just one more day of blessing to me, to my family. I'm grateful for Ruler Foods because I do shop at Ruler Foods. I am a customer of Ruler Foods, but partnerships with places like Ruler Foods, that's how I feed my family. That's how I find good people out there that are doing good things for the community or that represent good things within the community. And we use the partnership of this radio station and this show to reach people like you and say, Ruler Foods is in the Annie Frey Show family. And the Annie Frey Show family today has been with Ruler Foods so that we can come together to help the St. Louis Area Food Bank. And I don't know how many days left I get to do this, hopefully many, many, many days. But it's just such an honor and a blessing. And it's so humbling to be a part of this with you. And I'm so grateful for people like
Steve.
A new Steve.
Steve. $10 and here we go.
Thank you for your service,
More
Steve.
stuff to be.
Yes.
More people to feed.
Yes.
We appreciate you, Steve.
Thank you so much. We're grateful
Steve.
for you.
And he's a Mustang guy. So.
He's a Mustang guy. He's got a Mustang jacket on.
Knows what's up.
Ryan is coming back for cart after cart after cart of groceries that are brought and paid for by the people of St. Louis and St. Charles. It's such an amazing thing. The YouTube live chat poll, I am going to tell you to go to the Annie Frey YouTube channel and vote in it. I'm not going to sour the end of the show with the YouTube poll. We will report on the results of the YouTube poll tomorrow so that you can hear the results of that. We'll have a new one. And I have a whole pile of content here that we printed out just in case. And it just doesn't seem like any of that stuff matters right now. It feels like what we've been able to do here today. Here comes another.
Oh, no. Here we go.
Gosh, another one. What's your name, sir? Eric. Eric with $100. Thank you so much. It just never ends. I feel like we should be doing like a radio-a-thon here, the generosity of people. Eric, thank you for being here today. I want to thank Ethan at the studio. Ethan, I know that you're sitting here and you're listening to all of this happen, and you've done such a great job of keeping us on the air and making us move. We always feel comfortable when we are in your hands.
This is work, but this is pure entertainment as well. You guys are fun to keep up with, and sometimes a little challenging to keep up with, especially with Wiggins. It's really Wiggins.
Yeah, and we're like, here's thousands of dollars. Go have fun in the grocery store. And
Go play,
They're
Wiggins.
up to 2,000. We are up to $2,738. I think
you should
right now.
see the absolute joy that they're having in there, just buying groceries, and they're having such a good time with that and all that other fun stuff. And they're laughing and smiling, and you walk in, it's like, oh, here's another donation.
He's got his look at his sleeves rolled up.
Ryan looks worn out.
You're getting tired.
Hey, you guys are wearing him out.
I keep saying, like, oh, this is so fun. It's just manual labor.
Hey, you weren't supposed to figure that out until you were finished. Oh, man. Ethan, thank you. Luis, the guy who kept us on the air here locally, has been wonderful to work with. We're so grateful for you. Ruler Foods, thank you for making this opportunity possible for us to partner here with the St. Louis Area Food Bank. And, man, St. Louis, any Frey Show family, thank you so much.
Yeah.
We'll be back tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you so much.
That rock and roll, turn up the band, find the hole, gonna lose control tonight. What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
Mark Cox here. You're not alone if you think when you hear an ad saying, we'll buy your home for cash, you're just a few short minutes away from a lowball offer, right? Well, I was talking with Gloria Liu from Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Here's what she said. It's crucial to know the truth about those cash offer companies. You spend years earning equity in your home. You decide you need to sell it. A cash investment company buys your home for 15% below market value, puts a little TLC into it, then sells it for 10% above its original true market value. Here's what I can say. Gloria Liu's different. She has multiple cash buyers who bid against each other, giving you the highest cash offer to choose from. Zero hassle, no showings, and close quickly.
All right. The microphone is live, Brian. You're counting, though.
Yep. All right. 100, 200, 45, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 250 almost exactly left. We went to buy, so we've got these 6 carts full over here.
I'll show them here in a second.
Alrighty, over there. We went to buy, we thought there's so much here that we want to get a pallet full of just potatoes. We're just going to get a full pallet of potatoes.
Then they can easily pick up the pallets.
And they said, okay, here's what they cost. So we went to check out and they were on sale. And it saved like $250 because we almost had exactly.
That's what happens when you go to Ruler Foods.
Yeah, so
you can't.
It's funny.
You
but
save
now
so
we're
much money. Now you got to
to
go buy
get like
more.
a cart or 2 more. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna spend every dollar.
Yep.
Here we go.
So you're cashed out for everything over here. We've purchased everything over here.
Another pallet of potatoes.
Roasted almonds, mixed nuts. Look at that whole can. You guys know how expensive nuts are.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Is that we did not get. I could have just filled every cart with cereal, and it would have looked like more carts. But we didn't. We wanted to get stuff that was usable, easy to eat, and full of protein. So we got a ton of sausage, which I didn't even think of last year.
Yeah.
I think we got some, but we filled up on sausage.
And this is more expensive stuff.
It's more expensive stuff, so it doesn't look like. I mean, this is still super impressive,
This is
but
crazy.
we were practical with it instead of just being like,
Let's make ourselves look as good as we
Which
can
we
by
could've- yeah,
filling as
right.
much. Like these boxes of cereal. Again, I keep telling you people, it's Kroger brands at Ruler Foods prices, and you save every time you shop at Ruler Foods. I feed 6 people in my family, and we are always needing to go to the grocery store.
So we're just gonna go do this last 250.
Real quick here, cases of sausage. I'm coming. I'm going to catch up. I'm catching up. Look at all this peanut butter. Creamy, crunchy, all over here. Protein bars. I mean, this is literally the stuff that we have in my pantry right now. And look at all of this. Chef Boyardee, your name brands and your Kroger brands. All right, let's go find them. Let's go see where they are. Gift cards. If you're ever looking for, let's see here. Where'd they go? I can't find them. Where did they go? Are they over here? No. Where did they go? I lost them. I'm coming. I'm like, where are they going? I have no idea where they went. All the frozen foods, Hot Pockets. He's on the phone. Are you having a personal call? How much money are you looking to spend here?
The rest of this.
$250, he said?
Yeah.
So $250, 80. Well, 3 goes into 240 80 times, which means if you get 2 of them, that's 160 cases of peanut butter.
Yeah.
Did I do that right? 160 canisters. 12. 160 divided by 12 is 120 is 10. And 40 would be 13. 13 of these.
We still unmuted.
Do we want to take? Yeah, we're unmuted. Yeah. Somebody in the chat is probably telling us what to do.
Like, somebody please.
Get the honey peanut butter. Well, let's put, I think 13 of these. So let's not take all of the peanut butter.
Okay.
Do they have more peanut butter back there?
I have no idea.
Can you put this in there?
Yeah.
Do we want to leave some peanut butter behind?
Yeah, we'll leave some.
And they don't have any other stuff behind. They don't have any other peanut butter anywhere else?
They do. Yeah, they have some over there.
Where?
Around the corner right here.
Is it the same?
Yeah.
I think that if we get
Section higher
I think we get, well, it's 13 of these. But if you don't want to do all of this, then
These are what?
It's 2 for $3.
So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 per. $18 per. So 18 times 3.
That's like 60. You can round up for tax, and then it won't be so bad. 60, 80. 80, is that good? 100? $100 of this peanut butter, and then we'll go leave this for make sure people can still get their own peanut butter. It's $100, $90.
They're $10.
10. Yes. More money.
Oh no.
Hi.
Hi.
I listen to you guys every day. I'm your fan, Leslie Stivel. Yes, I listen to you.
Yay.
Ryan?
Hello.
Okay.
Hi. Where's Leah?
All right, stay.
Hi, my This is great. Great addition. Yes, hi.
You want a hug?
Yes, I love everybody.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing. I like to talk about Hey, and the lady that was in the other locations was saying yesterday people were buzzing around this. She was at another location and they were talking about this. People were coming into the store saying, "Oh, we hear you."
Which way do you want to go?
Down that way.
Oh. Which I was like, which do you want, the money or the phone?
I'm the phone. I hate to.